later. The thing is, how should I say this? I completely lost my train of thought. Again, I'm sorry, I'm a bit through the wind today. My left eye also won't leave me alone, Jesus. The reason why the stream is titled the way it is, that I have to come up the rain again, is because we're gonna be starting a year later. Now, that might just seem a bit boring, right? Starting in 1937 instead of, you know, the usual 1936, right? The thing is, it's only going to be us starting a year later, which means the AI will have a year's advantage on me. In other words, the AI will get to play the game for a year, develop all their research, their focus tree, etc., etc. Meanwhile, I'm going to be sitting here, waiting essentially for a year, doing absolutely nothing. I'm not allowed to touch the game essentially for a year, only to then start a year after the AI. I don't know how this is going to go. I've not tested this beforehand. This could go very south very quickly. I feel like it could be very difficult, because if the AI constantly has better technology than me, help. it's not going to be great, to say not the least. So, yeah, I think that's part of what we're going to do today. If we have time for it, I might do a second game. I did see a couple interesting mods here and there that I just want to give them a go. But that entirely depends on if I have time, which I doubt. But if this ends within an hour or so, we might just do it. Never know. Okay. Again, I want to try and start streaming earlier. not like at what is currently 4 p.m. I want to try and start at around about 12. I keep saying that, and I'll always keep oversleeping. So it's a bit of a weird mix. I want to start earlier, but I can't. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to do that. So we have longer streams, because that's something also I wish I did more. Just in general, longer streams, not 2-3 hours, but maybe like a 6-hour stream in between there as well. Because I want to get my stamina up with this as well. I feel like I do have the stamina for a 6-hour stream. I don't know if I have the energy for a 6-hour stream. I did one of these before, once, with the Transformers with the Transformers game, the Wii game. But it's been quite a while. That video, I think, came out literally over a year ago by now, almost, which is a wild thing to say, by the way. I think it's... Let me check. I would just want to make sure. Can I also... I think the chat works, so it should be fine. 1 second. I want to see when this video came out, because I'm pretty sure it's been a year, which is wild. Because I feel... I remember needing to edit that video, because Galaxy said he was going to do it. Yeah, it's been perfectly a year. Like 5 days from today, a year. That is wild. Because I remember sitting here and needing to edit that video after Galaxy gave me like half an edited video, because he wanted to do that and then like lost interest after 10 minutes of footage. Like he edited 10 minutes down from an hour, I think. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I think that should be everything set up then. I'm going to keep the Twitch tab open just in case, because I'm usually pretty bad with notifications if someone follows or something like that. So, yeah, let me swap over to the screen finally. I hope it's still set up correctly. I'm pretty sure it is. Here we go. Took a bit. But yeah, again, goal today is, I have no idea. No, but we're going to be starting a year later than the AI. That's the main premise of the challenge. So the AI will get a year's advantage. We're going to be starting a year after them, essentially. I think I'm going to play in Europe. I think I'm going to play the Netherlands, because I did try a funny strat yesterday on my own. And I'm going to try and recreate that with this challenge, because I feel like that could be fun. And it's one of the more unique ways of playing the game. Okay, let's start a brand new game. Yo. The Netherlands. We're going to keep historical off, of course. I want as much chaos as possible. The only exception I'm going to make is that if Germany, or France or whoever, or Britain, attacks us within a year, like the year we're AFK essentially, I'm going to restart the playthrough. Because if I can't move my units, I'm dead. So that's the one thing, okay? Everything else, we're going to be having just a year of delay and trying to conquer at least most of mainland Europe. Again, everything's set up. Yeah, I think that's good. We do not sadly have any submods this time. No underlying mods. I thought about putting on Hearts of Gambling, but given the fact we're already gonna get so much political power and everything else from just sitting AFK, I don't think it's necessary. So yeah, time to play the Netherlands. A nation I usually very much like playing. Here we go. Yeah, it's been a long time since I streamed. It's been a while. Usually that takes me about 10 minutes to get used to again. Okay, again, I'm not gonna touch anything. Well, virtually the only thing I'm gonna do, which you cannot see, I should probably move that because I saw the last time in the video as well. Ever so slightly move my face cam down. I guess that works. The only thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna put it on 5 speed. And we're gonna sit here for you. We're gonna let the AI cook something up for you. We're gonna see what it is. Again, it's all historical. Anything virtually could happen. All in all. We're not gonna do any research, no construction, the standard production. I guess we could also just get rid of that, to be honest. We're gonna do this, right? Just a year of nothing. No research, no dockyards, no focus, no assigning divisions. The Netherlands sits AFK for a year. As soon as the 1st of January 1947 hits, though, we're good to go. I guess the one thing we can do in the meantime is watch the Italians do Ethiopia. Let's see how quickly they can do it. Germany goes historical, by the way. Important note. Let's see if the Italians can defeat the Ethiopians before they do something funky. Looks like they might just be going fascist with the amount of fascisms about there. Has Japan gone shogunate? Japan has gone shogunate. Japan usually goes shogunate every time I do all historical, which is really weird. Is anyone else doing anything? Hungary looks like it's going communist again. Yeah, definitely. The only benefit we get via this, essentially, is that we're gonna have a lot of political power. However, that is the most minute of benefits. It might as well not be worth mentioning. It's wild. Yeah, so again, this is just an AFK stream at the moment. Prime through the little gameplay right here, essentially. We're just gonna be watching the AI have fun with others. Yeah, Ethiopia looks like it's gone fascist. It's blown up and created Juma. And we're gonna lose out on a lot, especially army experience, because we could have assigned a chief of army or something along those lines, but no. We're almost there. We're almost in September. Again, the goal is going to be to take most of Europe. The strat is probably going to be to take out France, the UK, Belgium, Luxembourg, Spain, Portugal, Germany, sorry, all the other guys. Starting with France, though, because I have an idea. It is a very common strat as to how to do it, but it's one of my favorites. Because Paradox still has not understood the significant power of the paratrooper. Like, that thing is still cracked in this game. Like, at least against AI. Against players, not so much, but against AI for sure. Norway's going communist. The Norwegian Civil War is always one of the weirdest ones because it always looks like this. It's a bit ugly. December, we're almost there. We also have a modifier for weak government. Okay. 11, 10, 9, couple more days. Come on. And there we go. Okay, now it's the 1st of January. We have now waited officially a year. The AI has done the advancements. I have no idea which ones. The world looks like this. Not a lot has changed. Basically, the most significant change is Jimma down here now existing. And Norway being communist. So, yeah, the plan now is we somehow have to claw back this debt playing as the Netherlands. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is, of course, political. We're going to do a little bit of a fascist meme today. I'm going to do this. This. do this, and let's do this. I think this is fine for now. Let's start. We're gonna research paratroopers, as I said before. These things are usually cracked for no reason at this game. Again, production is gonna be our main downside. We have lost an entire year on that. So, we're gonna have to claw back the debt that we have created. I think I'm just gonna build mills. Since we're gonna be taking, or trying to take over France anyways, there's not really much of a reason to build anything else, and one airport. This is the one benefit that we have. We now have 500 political, almost 600 political power, in fact. Well, which we're gonna use for out of combat supply penalties for now. Let's do that. I get angry. Military theorist, probably smart to do an air reform of some sort. And the rest I'm gonna save to swap to fascism faster. So that's basically what we're gonna be doing. Do this. Do this. Offensive doctrine, charismatic. You don't have command power, great to know. Okay, the nation I'm genuinely most scared of is probably Belgium. Because I feel like Belgium could be a real thorn in our sides. If we, however, align with the Germans, I think it should be fine, at least for the start. Right, of course, can't forget our dearest convoys. We still need to do trade. Oop. British Malay on my goat. With the French as well. Signing off on their own downfall. Okay. The plan is we go fascist as soon as possible. That it is critical for us to become right-wing, okay? It is absolutely necessary that we can justify on people, because there's one nation in particular I fancy taking out, and it's this big blue blob down here. We have to get rid of this guy. We can only do that via... Let's do this one. Via going fascist. Maybe communist as well, but then we have to leave with Germany, which I don't want to do at the moment. Is Mussolini still here? Mussolini still here. Okay. Okay, our government has been changed. We now have more political power because the weak government is gone. We're not going to do gateway to Europe again. I'm going to try and rush down to fascism as soon as possible. We're going to jump Belgium, by the way. I should mention that, but Belgium will be Mario jumped. In fact, the only thing I'm probably going to do that is not per se required, it's just I'm gonna guard my country a bit. Like this, on the ports. Because again, we're gonna just jump it. The only threat the French really pose is with their navy. That's the only thing we have to be aware of. Political power again? Nah. Nah. Well, I'm good. Political power. It would have been beautiful, by the way, if Germany was... non-historical, because then I could just skip the entire, like, buying trade favors with the Axis, because now I have to do that. To placate. I guess it gives us a little bit of time to fix our industry, perchance. I'm just gonna go for improved machine tools. The reason why I'm going for improved machine tools immediately, by the way, is just because construction at this point is borderline not worth it. There is almost zero reason to go for it. Put Conrad in charge here. We just placated to the Germans. Let's do it again. We need to get the Germans up to, I think, 25 from what I remember. We have quite a while to go. Yeah, 25 and 15 above the British. Again, at the start we're gonna be pretty much weak, even after we take France. That's not, like, great for us. The thing that's really gonna save us is once we take out Belgium and Luxembourg. That's really the killer for us. Because if we can do that, we get the formula, we get the Benelux, or Leo Belgicus as it's called right here. And we can just kind of get unlimited manpower, as I like to say. Okay, after this, I'm just gonna wait before I'll focus a little bit. Here we go. Let's advance our paratroopers. Change the template on that as well. Remove, boom. Bam, bam. It's like how I like to play. And then let's queue up a bazillion of those. think 23 is the golden number that I went with last time. The good thing about the Netherlands when you play this, hello Strax. The good thing about the Netherlands, if you play the way I do, is you get the airport in Maastricht, which is like the closest place to France. So actually, we're about to paradrop into France as soon as possible. So welcome to the right. Let's see how we are gonna do this. The AI has had a year of advantage, so it should be more built up than me, no matter what I do here. We're gonna try and go fascist as soon as possible. Now we can put a... Can we put a fascist guy? No. After this, probably then. Are you German? Yes. Yes, I am. How could you tell? Is my accent that big? I don't think we're gonna go for anything here. Construction probably pretty smart. China's killed Shanxi. I think China's went, yeah, completely internal. So they're gonna kill all the warlords immediately. Which is pretty bad, considering Japan will not go after them. Uh-oh. Can I finally put a... After this is okay. So there's quite a significance to putting this fascist guy in charge, because the later it goes, the harder it's gonna be to take down France, because they're gonna be with the British. Ja, deswegen und dem Aussehen. I see. I'm a mix of German and Bulgarian, like a weird mix. Like my mom is from Bulgaria, but my dad is from Austria, so it's like it's a weird mix. We want to do fleet and being. Usually tends to be the strongest. Okay, Folgen Vaterland is almost done. I think there's never military high command for just airdropping. I guess the second best one is infantry, really. Okay, we cannot do anything there. Let's continue this. And I'm not gonna do this because it's gonna be important as well. What should we get? 0.21, that's nice. That's really nice. Again, the plan is that we flip fascist ASAP. Again, we are severely behind schedule because of that year that we just let the AI do what it wants. The Soviets have blown up, by the way. I did not even notice that. The Soviets are currently going under a revolution again. There's quite a lot of countries, actually. Finland as well. The Spanish have blown up into 5 pieces again. And even the Italians are going Democrat. Okay, this is going to be one of those games, isn't it? Where everybody goes democratic. We might face a hyper-powerful allies this game. Put that here. Your firepower, my doctrine. Hello, Blanco. Good to see you again. Been a while since I streamed. Do we get manpower by now? Hopefully. I had my university exams, Blanco. It's been quite a while, quite a journey to get back here to streaming. This guy, so we can get some military construction speed. Am I? Pretty good overall, I'd say. A bit over-sugared. I feel like I'm very fast with it today. But overall, pretty good, pretty good. We have just started the stream. It's been around about 2 years now in-game. The premise of the challenge today is, that we're gonna do, is that I gave the AI, so all of them, a head start of 1 year to do their focus tree, to do their research, to do their production, etc. And I'm gonna basically be starting a year behind them. So all the AI already have like done most of their focus tree. Like the Germans are already like way on their well on their way, Jesus. Well on their way. The Italians have already gone into civil war, basically. Meanwhile, I'm over here and I have barely scratched my focus tree. So that's the premise of the challenge. I think it's doable as long as we can take out France. I'm guessing this is on non-historical? Of course, yeah. Non-historical is just too fun, in my opinion. Because you can either get really lucky, or it just devolves into absolute chaos, which is something I really like. It is genuinely one of the best features Paradox has ever brought out. Black, how have you been? Long time no see. I think this is the better one. I think both these two actually the same. Ich weiß nicht, wie es auf Englisch ist, aber du bist so sympathisch. Danke. danke. Gerne die Komplimente rein. Yeah, I think in English I'm pretty much the same as I'm in German. I think in English actually I'm a bit more active when I speak, like I'm a bit more energetic compared to German, but I think in German I'm also fine. Okay, we do have a little bonus right here that will help us severely. I've been good. Just had cinnamon Pop-Tarts and a glass of milk for breakfast. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I do love myself a little bit of cereal usually in the morning if my brothers have not eaten at all. And also a bowl of Lucky Charms. That's pretty nice. That's a pretty good breakfast. Pretty good start to the day. I personally didn't have anything actually for breakfast today. I've been actually outside the house for quite a long time today. Again, I bought myself a bike. It is currently in the repair shop, more or less, because they need to like tweak it because it was the last one of the bunch that they had over there. Yeah. So I've been all over the place. I've also been to the bookstore today. I've got myself another book for the first time. It's since like 2 weeks or so. I do love myself to read something. And again, with I've started also coding. I've also spent my time on that quite a bit. Yeah, it's pretty much been an exciting day so far. Hopefully that can continue into the invasion of France and Western Europe. Okay, how far are we to fascism? 34%. I wouldn't call it a start since I usually stay up all night. I see. I see. So is it like a midnight snack thing, or is that what's going on here? Because usually I like to eat cereal at the start of the day, not at night. At night is a bit I don't know, sweetness at night is not my thing. Yeah, we're just gonna play to PP for a little bit longer. Can I, if I discredit the government, does it... I'm a night owl? Fair enough. Fair enough. If you're a night owl, again, sweetness at night is not really my thing. I think it's just a bit too much. I can eat salty stuff, but sweetness, hell no. Not doing that. But everybody's their own, of course. Yeah, usually I'm a night owl as well. Again, I stayed up until 2 a.m. today. Almost 3. And I just spent the rest of the evening just coding, essentially. I was on a call with friends. We like did some stuff over there. Again, we are currently doing our own HOI mod. That's gonna be pretty fun as well. That's gonna come out on the channel hopefully sometime in the next couple months. I didn't have Pop-Tarts and cereal. Okay, then humanity has been restored. Humanity has been restored. Okay, then it's okay. A cereal, it's a night snack, that's just not work for me. How many men? We're just missing men here, okay. We also cannot deploy them because we're also missing men. I guess we still have to do still concealment, because that will help us against the overwhelming French Air Force. Zuidersee is not important. Can I get... I can get a boost here for infantry guns. I think I'm gonna do that. But I do have a can of Dr. Pepper. My personal favorite is Coca-Cola. I love the taste of it. If I had to go for any soft drink. Usually though, if I can choose, I'd choose a beer. Boop, boop. What was it? Shift? Yeah, shift. Let's do all of these. What was this one? This one was wrong, of course. Coca-Cola for me is the best. It tastes the nicest. By quite a margin for me. But I can also drink Dr. Pepper, Pepsi. All of the soft drinks usually are pretty decent. The differences are so minute that sometimes they just taste the same, really. Let's try put that guy in there as well. Okay, now we can do, what does this do? It's 10% support. That should have quite a lot as well. Okay, Austria has already been eaten. We're getting to that stage of the game. Ideally, we start killing France before world tension hits 40%. Because as soon as it hits 40%, I think France can join the Allies. So we want to try and do that before they have a chance to do that. Because if we have to fight the UK, things might get messy. Because I don't think the... There's a vows appeasement? Oh, they went interventionism. Interesting, okay. The UK has gone alt historical in the fact that there will be no appeasement. So the Czech war will be a bit interesting. In the worst case scenario, the Germans kill the French before we even have the chance to. We need more steel. Yeah. There we go. Will it function? No. Okay. And do manually. There we go. Again, we're gonna just hope and wait that soon we'll be on 50%, which should be any day now. The issue is, again, the world tension is spiking. That is the biggest problem at the moment, by quite a long margin. Okay, we finally at least have fascism in power. We're not the Dutch Reich. I want to change the conscription law immediately. That's gonna be step one. Also, probably to justify on Syria to keep world tension low, because a little tip for everybody watching, if you justify on Syria instead of France, of course you get much less world tension generated, which helps quite a lot. Again, against the French, usually you don't do it. You usually do it against the Dutch, when you want the Dutch East Indies. Also helps against the fact that the independence of France is guaranteed by the UK. Because if I were to declare on France, the UK would be automatically called in. But like this, I can just kind of go around it. Are you planning on attacking Germany in the future? Absolutely. Again, currently we're nowhere close. I'm gonna join their faction as soon as I can. Just so they don't kill me instantly, because they will have the Benelux focus. But as soon as their usefulness has reached an end, like once we have dealt with France, once we've killed Belgium, Luxembourg, and the British, hopefully not needing to do the Italians as well, once that's done, we're gonna go after the Germans. Like, the goal is, we're gonna be taking out all of Europe, hopefully. So we need, like, all of the mainland continent and, I'd say, England. Are you gonna backstab them? Absolutely. Absolutely. The Germans will not be allowed to exist. Oh, okay. What I'm reading here is not great, because the UK does like declaring this war. Okay, we might want to join Germany sooner rather than later. Because the UK has gone interventionism, which means that they're gonna absolutely kill us, because it's this focus right here. Where is it? Right here. Secure the oil import, which gives the UK a war call against Iraq, Iran, and me. Which, I don't know why they get one against the Netherlands. It does not make a lot of sense to me. But, yeah. Looks like we're gonna have to defend against the British. So the sooner we join the Germans, the better for us. In fact, if we can join the Germans, Canada is gone. This is all justification against Syria. So Canada is gone from the British dominions. Or not. Okay, they're still there. I don't know what that was about, but fair enough. Okay, now we can also do limited conscription. Again, we need men desperately. I don't think the paratroopers are going to be enough against the UK. It's going to be good to have them either way to, like, land, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah, there we go. This is about what I expected. So we're just going to join the Germans. Let's see if we can hold our own for first. Because if we can, I'd like to actually not call in the Germans first. If we are on the verge of death, I'll call in the Germans. I somehow doubt that. So even with our weak-ass divisions at the moment, we should be able to hold this. Does, however, mean that France will intervene. Like, France will join the Allies. Like, I don't think I said that about that. And we're gonna kill a couple of British guys here. It's gonna be pretty fun. Boop. As long as they don't get a port, I think we're good. I can do rigid conscription. You're already in Germany's alliance? Yeah, because the British declared on me, which the Germans kind of let me in. Which does make a lot of sense, given, you know, the British are actually aggressors in this universe. I've not called them in yet. I'm just gonna wait with that, as long as I can. I preferably would get the paratroopers out first, if I can. Oop. Can I drop these guys? Not all of them. Just want you, because I don't want you. Bam. The UK has gone interventionism, which is precisely what I did not want him to do. Because now we're gonna have to fight the UK. Was then expanded a little? Yes, they took the Vorarlberg. It's the, I think it's Protectorate of Democracy focus. They get like a chance to take Vorarlberg. If Austria would have still existed, they could have annexed the entire nation. Northern Italy, I think they could have annexed, and like a bit of France or something like that, and then formed the Alpine Confederation. Like, Switzerland has a pretty weird focus tree. Did you use any mods? There is one mod I use, and it's an anime encirclement icon, because I find it funny. Other than that, no. Usually I like to play with mods, but for this challenge I thought I'd just do it pretty much vanilla. Like, there's not a real reason at the moment for me to use mods with this, because I think the challenge itself is pretty entertaining. Ebon Assault. Did not even know that this was a thing. You know what? Given the fact I have war costs and everybody else, I think I'm just gonna deny that. We might end up at war with Mexico, which might cost us a bit, but you know what? So be it. I'm gonna fight the Mexicans. Oh, the Mexicans are a bit wild. Wait, does that mean the Mexicans are now in the... Okay, no, they have their own faction. Okay, then it's fine. And it's fine. Oop. Is Mexico anarchist? No. Socialist. The only nations which sadly can go anarchism in this game are just the Spanish and the Portuguese. It's sadly exclusive to that. I wish there was more nations which could go anarchist, because it's quite a fun ideology to play around with, but it's sadly only these two. Primarily Spain as well. I don't think Portugal's anarchist path is that big. So it's just communism, essentially. Communist Mexico. Again, I wish it wasn't, but what can you do? What else do we want? Probably equipment here. Let's give them docking rights, might as well. Okay. Okay, now this is gonna look a bit ugly, but there will be quite a lot of paratrooper missions. Okay, so I saw a black and red Mexican flag. I just assumed they turned anarchist. It does look very much like an anarchist flag. I do have to say that as well. It does very much look like it. But no, it's just the Mexican Socialist Republic. It's a bit of a weird one, the Mexicans, because I think they have a pretty fun focus tree, but no one ever plays them. Because the only guys you can go after are the US or Central America, which is the possibly biggest imbalance of neighbors in the entire game. Because these guys, as Mexico, you just curb stomp, of course. Like, there's no opposition here, realistically. And the US will curb stomp you. I think next time we might just play Mexico. Because I think their focus tree is usually pretty fun. We might just play Mexico and we just take out the US. Like, usually you can do it as Canada. I don't know if you can do it as Mexico, if you just spam out a bunch of cavalry. I'm sure Bill C played it as Mexico at least once. Surely, right? Yeah. Mexico usually, from what I remember, is a pretty fun nation to play. And I don't get why people don't do it more often. I don't think the Mexican tree is all that bad. Like most of the allied nations are pretty outdated, like the UK, for example, or France, or the US in particular. The US is arguably the worst focus tree out of all the allied nations. So there's a couple ones which are pretty bad. But Mexico, I think, is fine. Right, I should probably... How far are we on our war goal in Syria? I don't know what Denmark did this. We are missing 60 days. Okay, let's queue up our paratroopers. I don't know if we'll have the air to do what I'm planning to do, but you might just wanna... If you don't like seeing a bunch of arrows on your screen pointing to every French city in the goddamn continent, you might just want to turn your head away. Why is Ethiopia lime green? Once I've queued up the paratroopers, I'll tell you. Just 1 second. I just want to make sure that this will succeed. Once we have taken care of France, by the way, is the absolute latest moment we call Germany. And just putting that out as well. I'll tell you why Ethiopia is lime green in just a moment. It's got a message called "Decoloniser" on Discord. I think someone might be watching from my friend group. Boop. This rhymes is a thingy. Okay, I think this is... Probably should put one on Lille as well. That's fine. Sorry, it's just like I like what's happening around other countries in the world. I do too. I usually like to just look around the world. Just when I'm queuing up a bunch of paratroopers, I can't quite do that. I'm not like mad or anything. It's just like I need to focus on paratrooper grinding. Because this French invasion is the core of what's gonna carry our nation, really. Like this is what it's gonna be about. This one here that's unassigned. This is the issue if you have like a bunch of arrows. There was actually 2 that were unassigned there. Good to know. There we go. That one's assigned finally. Was there one more here somewhere? I understand. Take your time. Thank you. I think it's all of them assigned. I'm just gonna put a couple more down because I expected to have a little bit more than that. Just one near Marseille. One near Rochelle. One near Nantes. One up here. I think that's gonna be fine like that. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. That's gonna be our plan for France. Ethiopia is great because Ethiopia was a puppet of the Italians. They no longer are. The Ethiopians are no longer a puppet of the Italians. I don't know how they broke free so quickly. Usually, they turn green into the Sultanate of Jimma when they go down their fascist path. Ethiopia's fascist path is a bit of a weird one. You kind of just cave into the Italians. You just say, yeah, I can't win the war. Fuck it. You just become fascist. But somehow they broke free. I guess it must have something to do with Italy turning democratic. They do now have the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia in Ausa. So, yeah, that's a bit weird. But, oh, and India's doing the communist path. So we have Pakistan on the map now, which is pretty cool. And China, of course, is gonna be a big chunk of a nation. Oh my god, why did you do this to yourself, China? This might be the worst invasion you'll ever see. China's gonna end up with like 1 million casualties just from this, by the way. Yeah, China's gonna be a big chunk over here. The Russians have done their civil war. Spain is winning theirs. You should do one in Nantes too. I don't think I can reach Nantes. Let me just check. No, I cannot reach Nantes. Everything that's like striped is something I can reach. Sadly, Nantes is not one of them. This is not the first time our Field Marshal, by the way. It's just disappeared. I think he might have killed the dude. No, you're not joining that war. Okay. Slowly, we're gonna be level again with the AI. Greece also, by the way, has gone communist. Slowly, we're gonna be level again with the AI. We're gonna be trying to take out down France. I think I'm just gonna accept this as well. So that will just give us more. We also don't need that anymore. Toss this in here. Let's do our infantry equipment boost. The main downside we have, really, is not even research, because that we can catch up with the bonuses that we get. I've never, and I mean never, seen the German AI do this. I've never seen Germany trade Slovakia for Danzig as an AI. As a human, I've seen it, but as an AI before. This is like probably a 1 in 100 chance. I've never seen this before. That is wild. So you can reach all the way to southern French coast, but you can't make a landing in Brittany. I also can't reach the southern coast. The paratrooper system is a bit weird, because if you look at it, it's kind of just a ball. It's a green ball that kind of reaches from near Copenhagen, not Copenhagen itself, to Hull, but not Sheffield, to Cherbourg, but not Nantes, not Marseille, nowhere near Bordeaux and Toulouse, but into Genova and Milan, and then like just randomly exclude Czechia, I guess, because there's a mountain in the way. I could improve my range by just upgrading my transport planes, but for the thing we're actually going to be doing, I think this is fine. Yeah, we're just going to let the Germans take care of Belgium. Hopefully, tell me they're not guaranteed by the French anymore, please. Oh god, this will be a war. So the Germans are going to go and put the Italians in this. That would not be great. The war in the Republic of Turkey. We just... Oh, killing Luxembourg. So Turkey is blowing up. They're going democratic. Please join the Allies. Thank God. Means the Germans are officially at war, yeah. Nice. Again, our main goal is just going to be to take down France. I think we're going to have to somehow win in the peace deal now, since this has gone this way. I'm surprised Hungary doesn't have southern Slovakia. Yeah, because the Germans already traded it all away. They might get it back with the Vienna Award. But the Germans traded away Slovakia, which is something I have not seen the AI do before, like in all my HOI games. Yeah, how much longer for Syrian friends? 8 days. Okay, and it's critical that I don't have air above France. Anytime now. That's done. Let's put, by the way, our electronics concern in there, because I'd like to get a radio. I don't really particularly care about the research speed, just the radio. And let's... Yeah, this is fine. Let's kill the French if we can. Please land in Paris, please land in Paris, please land in Paris. Did they put up the air? Please tell me no. Ah, they put up the air, okay. This is a bit awkward. Yeah, might as well call up the Germans and everything. If we are not already in the same war. We're already in the same war. Okay, in that case, it's fine. Ah, we're just gonna miss out on that. Yeah, I think if you can land into Paris, it's still fine, but that would require the Germans putting up green air, which we now have, actually. Paratroopers also launched really weirdly in this game, because I don't know what the requirement for it is. Like, sometimes they all launch at the same time, and sometimes they never launch. We're gonna rename Paris to New Paris? Hell nah, New Amsterdam. We're gonna create New Amsterdam in Paris. I know New York used to be called the New Amsterdam, but the name is now available again after they named it New York, so New Amsterdam 2 right here. Since the front line's already here, so... Well, our paratrooper experiment sadly failed. Can we ask for the Belgian states? At least Luxembourg. Okay. Am I dwarf chance? Are they in the allies? Are they in their own thing? Oh, Belgium joined that one. Okay, then that's not too bad. Okay, we might be in deep, deep trouble. And maybe ask a bit for northern France. I would, but I first wanna try and get... they would give me like one tile here. I first wanna try and get the rest of the Benelux, because that will allow me to do a formable, with which we can... I was gonna do this. Profile. Visions. Well, with which we can like get a ton more manpower. I think this is fine. Can I now please get Belgium? Wallonie? Okay. Vlaanderen? Are you seriously not gonna give it to me? What's the reason? Unfair share. Yeah, screw you, Germany. Can take like a little bit right here. I'm not gonna call in the Dutchies, the more at peace to stay, the better for us. Yeah, I need to get that land at least for the time being. The issue again is with the way this war has now folded out, because the Germans of course had like a much bigger advantage than us. They get a whole lot more, how should I say? A lot more war score than us. Like they are able to just go there. And just make quick work of France now. Which is something I wish I could have done. Because I had a pretty successful game like this yesterday on my own. But just... yeah, that's not gonna end up happening. The circumstances that we are playing with, this is just not possible. So we just kind of have to try and get ourselves a war score somehow now. Let's see if crushing this now works. We might just take Paris. That could be good. That will definitely kill France. I think. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, we've killed France at least. That's good. Will you finally give me this? Yes. Oh, okay. We're slowly winning the favor of the Germans. We need 2 more provinces. Ever so slightly, we're gonna start winning the German favor. That was super fast. That was what I was trying to do with the paratroopers. Like, if you take Paris, Orleans, and Tours, it is enough that you essentially cap the entirety of France immediately. It is because France, by the way, has a focus. Where is it? Yeah, disjointed government. This is the reason why it's so fast every time. This is why you see it so fast in every game. It is because they have got disjointed government, which gives them a shit of political power cost, negative 10 stability, and negative 50% surrender limit. So they are twice as likely to surrender as any other given nation. Which is the main reason why France usually falls so fast. I'm just gonna wait with the rest for a little bit. Did we get some war score from that? I don't know. Don't think so. It is important that we absolutely cheese the beast here somehow. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna need a miracle for that now. Because the Germans' allies are gonna be very, very, very powerful. I'm just gonna wait. I guess they're already done. You guys are gonna be my new garrison here, and I'm gonna use the other 8 units to go somewhere else. Possibly Italy, actually. Tends to be a good hunting ground. Let's also put like a guy right here. Yikes, indeed. I don't know how we're gonna rectify the situation. But we just need... Okay, I think the German AI is one of those that just likes to kill everyone. Traded away Danzig for Slovakia just to declare on them anyways. Yeah, this is gonna be a wild ride. I think our best bet probably is going to be to just take down the Italians. Try and get Warsko from that, if we can. See if we can, like, maybe run around them. Don't think so, which is a bit of a pain. I mean, yikes for the French. Yes, that as well. With their disjointed government, again, it's pretty bad. They're twice as likely to surrender. Yeah, it's pretty bad. The AI, for some reason, never does the focus, because they do have one. The AI does have a focus to, like, get rid of that. But for some reason, they never do it. It's really weird. It's like they could do it, but they just refuse to. Which, I don't know what the reason for it is. I'm pretty sure there is some sort of reason for that, but it allows players to just exploit it, essentially, completely. Oh, and we have in circuits a couple of Italian divisions here, which is pretty nice. The tank division, a couple of, what is that? Irregulars. Pretty good. The fantastic Emred. Welcome to the stream. That guy's dead, perfect. Ideally we'd get Genova for Warsaw. I don't know if our divisions are stronger. They seem like they are. Which is really wild given, again, we've just kind of... Still need the... Which is really wild given we just kind of sat around for an entire year. Okay, we need one more state. We almost have what we need. Not what I wanted. Fuck. That's bad. Did not want to do that. This is what I wanted. I sadly do not speak. Although I'm half Bulgarian, I don't speak Cyrillic. Russian, no Bulgarian, no nothing. Yeah, again, the issue again is we're gonna have to take down Germany somehow. I guess our best bet is trying to backstab them while they're going after the Soviets. Maybe we can kill the Allies or someone really fast. I think the Italians definitely will not last. I think the Italians are a surefire bet to like kill immediately. The railway gun over here as well. Are you sitting? Yes. It might look like I'm standing, but there's actually a chair behind me. Maybe the angle of the base game is like tricking you a little bit. I do not have a standing desk. I thought about getting one for a while, but decided at the end against it. I do like myself sitting more than standing. Position on the keyboard, find yo and write annex all. Maybe the game won't hang for long and there will be a miracle. Yeah, true. If I just annex the entire world, probably could end the game very quickly. Not wrong. Although, the fun in that, probably not very great. We just kind of annex everything. Punch into Genova. I guess, but now we can do Zuidersee. I would like to do this at some point, because I would like to create my own faction, so I'm just gonna leave that out. Unless I'm missing something severely here. I think it's just Wargos. This is just Wargos. And 4th maps is, but those are not that important. This is Zuidersee. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you for this translation. Helps quite a lot. Oop. This should be fine. We're gonna do extraction. Oh god, the Americans are here. quite a lot of them over there. One that does take Genova. Perfect. Can we now ask for the final Belgian state? Still won't give it to us. Unfortunate. I'm also gonna pull my units back from this mountain region over here like this, because there's no supply up there. There's no reason for them to just sit here. I think we try and like punch upwards essentially. We just like try and encircle these two guys over here. I think that's probably pretty smart now that we know our own Genova. I think along those lines. Oops, not what I wanted. See if we can like encircle them using this province. It also will get us a lot of supply. Now that the Germans are guarding the land here. Let's put you here. So everything's covered. Let's pin him. Nice. That's pretty good. Pretty good. That's a nice encirclement with just the 8 divisions that we have right here. I wish I could create more, but we need to up our conscription for that. We don't need the improved anti-air. Airplanes are pretty much dead. Let's try and go for radio, because that will give us quite a lot of reinforcement. Should be pretty useful. Again, I don't care particularly about the extra research speed, as we are already so far behind. We could go for a cheeky encirclement here. Hold up. Let me use you guys, all of y'all over here. Let's see if we can break that tile. Ah, the Germans lost this one. Oh, but we're gonna definitely win that one. See, in the meantime, oh, maybe. Nope, still not. Maybe try to do a spearhead on the other side. I'm thinking as well here, like maybe combine the fronts here. I looked at that as well. I'm gonna try and first like sever Torino if I can. And then make my judgment based on that. Oh, everyone in the world just attacking me there. I'm gonna try and just cut off the city entirely. Okay. And the railgun got absolutely overrun. Okay, that's another 4 Italians encircled. Okay, let's punch that away. Just, I guess, let them starve a bit. We will not need infrastructure. That's a bit irrelevant for us right now. Here we go. Extensive. We went extensive. Okay. Need your divisions. Where would we punch through is the question. I guess to accommodate for the river line, maybe like this, into Bologna? Probably the smartest play in this situation. Slow and steady wins the war, always. Let them starve over here, there's no reason to go after that. In fact, I might just let the Germans honestly deal with that. I'm not even gonna kill these guys, I'm just gonna let Germany deal with that. They've got enough divisions over here. Take Milan. It's only a railway gun over here. Boop. Oh, if we take Lugano, we get another encirclement. Oh, big! Oh no, do we? I don't think so, because the Swiss are in the war. And they can like kind of escape here. We do have get a foothold in Switzerland as well, which I'm gonna exploit. These guys can just clearly escape. Let's help the Germans here with the divisions that have not moved. I'm not gonna be the one to kill Switzerland though. I'm gonna open up the front for the Germans for now. Can I just... That's stupid. Oh, in the front has been command. The Germans push from the other side. They also have like... Not a lot of divisions here, do they? The Germans. It's primarily... It's like a... Our combined army over here is like 10 divisions. Yeah, it feels like. The Germans have like a lot over here, but like nothing on this side. Beautiful indeed. Indeed. If we can just crush these guys up here. These guys are dead, that's pretty good. That will free up a couple new units for us. And we can just take the province now. The Germans are... Okay, the Germans are throwing. That's impressive. We have the Italians pinned to the wall and they're just throwing. Can I get the state, please, Germany? Germany, you're just wasting my time here. I can get so much more manpower. I can create like a big army. Please, Germans, let me get the state for like 2 seconds. Punch these guys away. Oh my god, what is the German AI doing? Just save that German unit if we can. Let's see if we can reach this guy over here. There's only one guy plus a railway gun. Should be doable. That's a tank there. Okay. The Germans are actively throwing right now. Like, bro, where is your army? I know you're busy with Poland and all that, right? I guess the Soviets are helping us now, funny enough. But, bro, where's your army? Why is it only me? Oh my god, you're losing main German territory. Oh. Not precisely what I wanted to do. I did not realize that that is my deafen button as well. The Deutsche wouldn't have got this fight if it went for the Dutch. At the moment, absolutely. Look at that. They don't even... They're not doing anything. Germany, please. Germany. I have such a problem, always, with the German AI. This is something I've not mentioned before. Every single time I've played a nation to like try and help support the German AI, no matter which nation it has been, no matter if it's Austria, no matter if it's the Netherlands, no matter if it's Belgium, no matter if it's Denmark, for crying out loud, every single time the Germans have thrown the easiest victory of all time. This is not that bad, you know, I can respect, you know, the US, Canada, Mexico, we're fighting quite virtually everybody. Now, I can respect that. However, bro, this is no excuse to be putting this shit. I have an entire statistic. I have a Google sheet of me and my friends' multiplayer games. I have an entire statistic dedicated to see how often the German AI has screwed me up. We played about like 20 games, and about 5 of those where I've relied on the German AI, they've completely blown up. So I don't know what this nation in particular, this AI, has against me, but they've just been throwing everything. Also, you can't say I don't deserve Wallonia if you're like pulling this shit, Germany. Like, come on, man. I also cannot free the troop. This guy's just gonna die. In fact, I might just pull back here, because otherwise I'm just getting out of supply and circuit here. It's not great. I'm gonna just leave Brest here. The front here is just a mess. There's no point in holding this, sadly. The Germans are just actively throwing this. Instead, gonna like try and punch into La Spezia, maybe try and get down to Rome. I know the fascist Italians, if you take land away from them, they're on like a time bomb, essentially. Because after a certain while, they will go into civil war. I don't know if this applies to the democratic side of Italy as well. We also desperately need anti-air. Desperately, at this point. Doing Germany's dirty work for them while they fail to lace their own boots. For real, though! Like, bro, lock in! Germany, please! This is why I wanted to take down France and the Allies on my own while they were not, you know, this. Because I know if I do it on my own, I'd be much more efficient with it than the German AI could ever be. Just give me another weapon, please, Germany. I despise you, Germany. Did I ever tell you that? Just wondering why this looked so weird. Can we at least... Okay, we can train a couple more units. I'm just gonna do that and assign these to the front line over here. A competent Italy, incompetent Germany. Now I've seen it all. Real. Although Italy is not that competent, I have to say as well. Because Italy, with the support of the Americans, the Belgians, and even the Swiss, should be doing a lot more than this. I do have to say Italy's not doing well for themselves either. I think the only nations which are currently doing well for themselves, of course, the UK, the US and Canada. The only competent nations at the moment. I don't even think the Soviets... Well, I don't know. They just came off a civil war. I think this is fine. I feel like the Italians could do more than this, though. Might just be a personal feeling thingy. Yeah, let's just punch in here, see what we can do. How is supplies also not great? Ugh. Okay, we're gonna beat this guy. So we're gonna use this one dude right here. Put pressure on that as well. The reason why I'm fighting La Spezia is to just pin them, because if I can advance into the mountain tile, I might just be able to cut them off with Bologna. Might be an idea worth exploring. Yeah, ideally, I wanna get this port right here, so the entire North Italian army is cut away from their capital. Like, that would be ideal if I can do that with my little special force right here. Okay, the next time we use paratroopers, they're gonna be really stacked. But the Duchy's Indies keeps giving me stuff, but I really don't. Lock in, buddy. Lock in. He's only fighting like a quarter of the world right now down here. Lock in. Jesus Christ. Okay, we're gonna punish this. We're gonna definitely beat this guy. Use the second division right here just to help. Ah, they reinforce it. Okay. Why are the Danish so close to Berlin? They're in Berlin. It's a Polish unit. Bro, just stop him. Like, you look like a bit like Danny Jetson. First time I've ever heard that, but I can see the resemblance. I can see what you're talking about. Like, what is this? Come on, Germany. Can you at least get me? German Reich thinks that handing you control of the occupation would give you an unfair share of the occupied territory. Dude, you've lost Berlin. Whatever. No, as long as they don't capitulate, I'm fine with it. As long as they don't capitulate, it's okay. It's Germany, please. Please, brother, please do something. How's Yugoslavia carrying your ass down here? Oh, thank God. That will mean, like, at least some of the German armies now freed up. Don't need that. Let's see if we can beat this guy. Every time I see him do something, it just gets slightly worse, bro. It's because Yugoslavia is not in that war. Okay. I was wondering why the Italians are just kind of sitting here, but no, it's just because they're not at war. Which, if they're not at war, why are you guarding this German? There's no block button on the AI, sadly. Actively throwing this guy over here. Ausstellen. Again, with the Italians, that is the more important war. Because with that, we at least get a peace deal for Belgium. That would be good. But Jesus Christ. Breaking this belittled force under the Danish banner. Like, well, if you're Hitler, right? Like, hypothetically, if you are Hitler, how do you even explain that a Polish unit from, like, Copenhagen advanced all the way through here to go to Berlin? Like, what propaganda campaign can you use to rectify that situation? It's nothing you can say to make that right. This is one of those inexcusable things. Top 10 catastrophic plays. This one I want, because this is the military boost. Let's use these two as well here. Bro, you can barely handle the Italian from. Please tell me you double select a defensive war, please. Bro, this guy's actually... Think fatal. This guy's actually throwing. You have 5 people on the front. 5. If they're joining the Soviets, we're restarting. We are restarting, I'm just saying this. If they're joining the Soviets, I might just crash out. I swear to God. Bro, what? Okay, if they get too far, I'm just guarding the Netherlands at this point. Please just give me this, please. I beg you, Germany. It's not that much to ask for. Thank God. At least that's not a thing. Okay, look at that. That will immediately give us like 1 million men. Like, this could have been done like 10 years ago, Germany. Why? Why have you waited this long? At least now I will be able to create an army. That's at least the one good thing. I also get like a ton more factories, which is pretty nice. I think we need more support equipment, a lot of guns, sadly. Do I have? I have also more of my factories, I think. Okay. This is something. Like, look at that. We have like so many people now. Like, it's still occupied, which is the bad part, but we now have so many people that we can just like use. Why did he declare this war? He has no troops here. He has no one guarding the border. Finally, there's divisions. Jesus. You know, it's just as long as you don't like lose me this battle right here, Germany. Like, lock in. If we can punch Palmer, maybe less Bessie will not work. We can get this guy gone. Lithuania is dead, that's also pretty nice. Again, every kill right here frees up more of the German. What? He's doing more war goals! Germany, please! He's chosen every single war goal he could have, with the exception of Poland, which he declared war anyways on. Good. This guy. This guy. What is wrong with him? Why is he like this? I don't think they even knew IRL why he was like this. Really weird. Oh, at least he's locking in by the looks of things. That's good. Okay, we have Parma now. That's okay. I don't trust the Germany either. I have to say that. Just putting this like this. Let's do that. Oh, there's a gap in Bologna. Guess I suppose that. Oh my God. Hitting those guys? Come on, give me Bologna. Nice. Big. Okay, it's not the big encirclement I was hoping for, but we are getting there. We are getting there. Okay, these guys are all severely undercooked, but I just need more people here. Like, with what Germany currently is doing, I just need people. I just need people, please. I wouldn't say he's locking in, since Switzerland just surrendered instead of capitulating. Yeah, you know what? For this guy, that's probably locking in. You know, as long... We have Portugal, if you want to, Germany. I can't really do a whole lot against that. Please do not declare war on the Soviets. I know you're gonna get that war go sooner or later. Please do not do this. Please do not declare war on the Soviets. The good part is now that we have more divisions, by the way, we can fully stretch out the front line. The extra divisions are coming down. Again, they're a bit undercooked. They're pretty bad right now. I just have to get men here. We saw the damage I can do with like 8. Now we have triple that, so we actually will be able to hopefully push into Germany. Italy, I mean. Okay, and if they are gonna collapse like this, we're gonna just battle plan it on aggressive. Because that looks pretty bad for the Italians. There's just no one here. There's actually no one here. That's pretty good. That's Ferrara encircled. Oh, that's so good. The Italians are completely collapsing. Oh my god. The Italians are completely... Switzerland did capitulate? Yes, they did. They took the capitals. They took Bern and Zurich. Can I... let's do you like you and you over here. See if Rome maybe is empty. Spezia, yeah, this is beautiful. Rome is empty. Oh my god, please tell me we actually get a peace deal with these guys. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And the Americans have been pushed out of that port. That's another American that... Are we gonna seriously make a comeback in this? This is ridiculous. I know we are still pretty much screwed because the Germans will do their goofy ass stuff still. But this is at least a positive sign for once. There's actually development happening. Like, we are not just dying constantly. That's the only good thing right now. Like, slowly but surely we're making our way away. Okay, Napoli. Over here as well. I think we'll need to push all the way to Palermo, sadly. Because the Italians usually tend to hold out quite a lot. The good thing about Italy is that it's a separate peace deal. So we actually will just get the Belgians join. Where's Belgium? That was right. Okay, the Belgians swapped alliance somehow. You should ask for not political. I could try that, yeah. But I will. Can I get more? No? Yeah, let's take it then. Honestly, I prefer it anyways like this, because let alone if it even gives me a benefit, I don't trust the Germans with naval garrisons. That's not something that's gonna happen. Now we're gonna get a lot of civs. Also more mills. I'm gonna try and just slowly demand northern France. Hope this also is reflected in my war score. No? Okay. One funny thing always for me also is, by the way, I should mention this, is that sometimes the major stuff just like glitches out. So for a second right here, Bulgaria was considered a major. Like, it's pretty funny that sometimes just completely tweaks. Yeah, I'm gonna try and like get these two or three provinces right here as well. Oh my god. I have nothing against losing this province actually. You can take that. Reason for that being is if they don't have a port, you just kind of force them to land here. It will benefit me in the fact I'm killing more people. Like, the allies will slowly die. I think I made a good call. Yes, you did. Absolutely. That just gives me like a military factory. The only downside is you have to use more manpower for garrisons, but that should be fine. Put it to martial law. The Yugoslavs are here helping as well. Pretty funny. Can we... Yeah, we can advance our doctrine. That's a pretty good call, yeah. I wouldn't have thought about that otherwise. So we can maybe run around to... no, don't surrender. Don't surrender the province. Did he just back out and lose us the province? Okay, no, he didn't. That's okay then. Boop. Do that. Let's push through here. Again, the Italians, we're gonna get down. Like, Italy is basically dead. After that, the Allies... It's good that we have the Soviets on our side. And it's good that Japan is not interfering. Both of these are key factors as to why this is still possible. I don't know if we can get to the US. This is... Oh, we're gonna need to put on a masterclass. How is Denmark, by the way? There's no one here, it's just empty. Germany, please. But move your units away from the Soviets. Latvia's not in this as well, but on the Italian side, should be okay. Every time I look, it just gets slightly worse. Ever so slightly gets worse. Alfred Landon is President of the United States. Hell yeah! Welcome back, Alf Landon! Give it up for Alf Landon, the President of the United States. Yeah, the US is... I don't know what they're going to. They also went for establish a gold standard. Neutrality, I guess. Can I get war goes? No, that's a bit weird. Not really doing a whole lot, just kind of sitting here. This is not the most efficient way of doing it, because the combat with only allows for 3 of my divisions to come here, but it's a railway gun somewhere here. But it's the only way I see us just punching through here. If I can get any of the Italian land, by the way I'm gonna do it is I'm just gonna steal the navy. Which one's the allies? And this is Free States of Europe. This is the same war twice. This is just specifically the allies, and this is against everyone. Wait, I know what happened. The Italians had the Italian Confederation. But the Italians are no longer in the Italian Confederation because they're in the Free States of Europe, because they went democratic. So the Italian Confederation now is just Latvia. Okay, that's what happened. Good to know. Yeah, let's punch through. Let's make sure we kill these guys ASAP. Let's take half of these. Once this is punched out. Kill these guys over here as well. As soon as we get on the island, we are good. I feel like you should get Sardinia and Sicily. I'm gonna try. Again, I don't know how much war score I have. I feel like I did the major offensive here, so I should have at least some. So I'm gonna try, but no guarantees. Again, the major issue I'm just having is just the Germans throwing. It's really not great. Oh, that's them dead. That's pretty nice. Oh shit. The issue is the Germans are gonna have such a massive, like, post to guard now, because I think the AI likes to invade Italy as well. I know they like to invade the Benelux, hence this constantly happening, but I have to pay attention to that ever so often. I know my divisions are strong, they definitely can guard this, but I have to pay attention to it to not accidentally lose it. You know what? Fair enough. Okay, we do actually have a decent amount of war score. The Germans, of course, have more, sadly. Is it just Ethiopia and Italy? Yeah, okay. And sorry if I keep asking you stuff. No, keep the questions coming. I'd rather you ask stuff than to be just sitting there completely silent. I actually prefer the questions. I actually like interacting with you. And everybody else in chat. Strax, if you're still here as well. I also like interacting with you, boy. It's a much more pleasant experience to actually talk to people than to just schizophrenic yap the entire time, if you get me. We just take Rome. We just take Rome and Sardinia. Let's see if we can get away with it. Okay, let's see if we can get southern Italy maybe a bit more. If we can get the entire boot plus triangle down here, Sicily. So I'd like to have the fleet as well, but I doubt I have the points for that. Okay. If anything, I'd like the boot more, so it's all connected. Which one are you? You are Calabria. Put you away. Good to hear that. Yeah, again, I think it's What is he doing? Oh god. Oh god. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go with like a couple Italian ships. Again, as a streamer, it's pretty nice to just have people interacting with you. It makes the stream feel less lonely. Please tell me you took that and just didn't leave it like this. Please, Germany. Why? Who did this? What? That's so unnecessary. Okay, let's help them kill Switzerland, I guess, next. Because they're still struggling with that. Switzerland is usually very tough to take, so I can't blame him fully for that. Let's do Switzerland, let's do Denmark. Hopefully Germany by then has done Spain on their own. I hope I don't have to handhold him with that as well. Hopefully he's done Spain on his own as well. And then we create paratroopers again and we try and take down the UK. My fleet is here. It's pretty strong now, but it's nowhere near to the UK. I doubt we'll get a naval invasion, sadly. Can I... Will you give me that? No. Bit egregious. Okay. Let's use these clapped units, add them to this, and... Got this. I don't think... Will we even be in time? I guess if I use these units here, do they have a fleet here? No. Okay, then in that case, before we go to Switzerland, let's make sure we actually keep Sardinia. Actually make sure of that. If he... My god, this will be so tight. We can actually even make it over there. Come on, where are you? There you are. Okay, we barely clinched onto the last province there. Again, these guys are all under-equipped, but that's fine at the moment. Not really something that's concerning. At least your navy could rival the French, I think. Comfortably, I think. Oh, no, not even. Maybe. The French do have a lot of submarines. They don't really have a lot of battleships or carriers. A couple destroyers here, but I think actually it might just about be stronger. But nowhere near against the British, that's the big issue. Okay, let's make sure we actually unsure here. Jesus Christ. Keep doing that. I have noticed this, don't you worry. This is just, as per usual, the Argentinian AI being 18 steps ahead of the player. Let's do this. Yeah, that should get us supply again, which is pretty good. And now let's kick the French out of here. Get them out of here. I'm gonna use you to guard this as well, please. I'm gonna stop, by the way, with the garrison of the cities. I wanna just guard the ports now. Just so we have enough divisions for everything. Is that Benelux? And that's here. Now we're losing convoys now. Not great. More civs here, that could be good. Probably wanna up this again. Okay, we need anti-air. With anti-air, we're gonna be much stronger than we are currently. Because the majority of the reason why we haven't been advancing is because usually where we are, the red air is, because the air obviously only cares about itself. So if you take this province, by the way, if we punch them out of that, they have no supply, and all of the divisions here die. Oop. Do this. Flexible is usually pretty decent. Oh, one of them got blown up. That's not very nice. Okay, at least they joined the allies. 1 second. At least they joined the allies, so that's okay. I was worried that if they were going to join the Soviets, that was going to have potentially really negative consequences, but if they just joined the allies, that's okay. Look at that, the Argentinians are the reason why we can't do anything there. Actual vomit right here. Okay. Plan B. Maybe we just have not enough supply here, so let's take like half of these guys and disappear with them to Switzerland. Maybe that fixes our problem a bit here. I could imagine it just being a supply issue, honestly. Because we don't have the organization over here. It's still not great, but this should hopefully be better. How many? 500. We definitely need a lot of guns more. Can we add and say, what do we think? 20 per thing. How many divisions do we have? 40. 40 times 20. 800, I think. 40 times 20 is 800. Yes, that makes sense. And we have how much stockpiled? 500. Just do it. Fuck it. We're a bit negative, but it should be fun. This is just ein Tire, which is gonna keep refilling itself. Okay, can we help them here in any sort of way? This doesn't look too pleasant. How is Denmark going? Mike's doing fine. I'm just keeping these guys here. Now that the Argentinians are gone, maybe. Maybe with die Argentinians. Wie lange bist du noch live? Wahrscheinlich, I'm gonna be live probably for about, let's say, 2 hours more. I'm gonna see how long the game takes. We're gonna be playing this game all the way through. I'm gonna try and invade the UK. I'll see if I can make my way to North America. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be in live for another 2 hours. Germany's doing surprisingly well in Iberia. Well, after throwing Italy, Switzerland, Denmark for about 5 years, yeah, that's one good run they've at least done. I still refuse the Danish occupy, but same. Again, imagine being Hitler in this scenario. How do you explain to the German public that you just kind of did that? Like, bro, how do you even explain that? Okay, nice. Yeah, usually I like to be live for about 2 to 3 hours. Again, I'm gonna do longer streams, but not today. Today's just an average stream. Like, I'd say with 2 hours more, we're about 4, which should be fine. I'm gonna have to go for like 5 minutes or so in between, simply for the fact that I have to feed my cats. I do possess 2 cats, and occasionally, of course, you have to feed them. So I'll just be gone for about 5 minutes, but then we should be good again. Oh, that's not great. That's absolutely not great over here. We have to put more units into that. It would be nice if the Germans could like put some garrisons on me as well, but yeah, it might just be actually asking a bit too much, which yeah, maybe actually it's beneficial to for them to not do that. In fact, let's torture these guys immediately by just putting them in here. Oh, they're dying. Okay, that turned out better than I expected. Holy shit! But that was the first one that I was gonna say is gonna be close. Like this one could have been our death. They're just gonna keep on bombarding us like that. Wanna do this and wanna do this as well. Can we do anything here? War economy probably is decent. Speaking of, by the way, I today saw a leak. Or not a leak. I saw a post. It's not a leak really if it's from the official main page. But a post by the Paradox Shorts account on Instagram. Where they said they were going to tweak the economic system quite a bit. Apparently coal is getting introduced now, which is pretty cool. Because they didn't want to have people constantly be on war economy and total mobilization. Big Picardy? Oh, sure. That's right. Apparently I haven't done enough. You know what? Fair enough. Let's kill these guys right here. Okay. We can also probably produce a couple more. So in the second offensive army, can we have anyone here? The issue again is these are all mountain dwellers. This is treacherous terrain to just invade right here. This is not great. Don't want that Turkey, although appreciate it. And in fact, prefer if you just guard your own land. Who created two Sicilies? It's so weird to look at because they don't own all of two Sicilies. They probably have a core on this as well, if I had to guess. Yeah. Like, who did this? I guess was the UK at war with Italy? They took that land. But this is occupied. Who was it? The Germans? I think the Germans just jealous that you have Rome. Yeah, that could be. But why, if they liberate them, would they make them non-aligned? That's why they aren't giving you Picardy. Honestly, if that was the reason, if they actually fought that far, respect. You know, I can't even argue against that. If that's the actual reason, fair enough. Also, Spain just died. They never joined any faction. Next one, shock and awe. Yeah, so this is one of those fronts where it's just like it's gonna stay like that probably the entire game. I can't really advance into there. Do the Germans need my help? Because I prefer the Allies actually not getting a landing here. Can we get this thing yet? No. Okay. And the goal is that we kill the UK at some point. I have an idea. It might be a bit of a suicide mission, to be honest, but it might just be worth it. If we put people on Ghent, and we navally invade, I think this is a port, Ipswich, and Norwich by extension, it might just be worth it. It might just be worth it, you know? These two, assuming both of these guys are unassigned, no, only one. The rest we're just gonna, at this point, put in Denmark or something. Division. It might just be worth it to try and go for it. Because the UK actually has 0 ships right now, right here. If we can get a naval invasion going, that might be something. I doubt we're gonna get support from the Germans, but, you know, better late than never. Don't really want any of that down here. I think it gives us like boosts on ships and air, but as in the Netherlands, we're not really one of these two. Anti-tank, I guess, could also be useful, really. But that depends on if you have the resources for it. Not what I wanted. We might just be able to get a naval invasion going off. Which, I don't know, how many divisions do the British have by now? Surely not that many, right? This is alright. Like, if we can get the naval invasion going off, it might just be okay. I think the two can hold this right here. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna try and see if these can hold that. Let's station these guys right here. Maybe I create a designated holding ground right here, just with these two. Maybe establish air superiority too. I wish I could. I wish I could, but just we can afford this. I don't. My air force is 55 transport planes and 12 fighters, and 15 interwar close air supports. We really don't have an air force. The Germans are our air force, guys. Like, if they put something there, maybe, but at the moment, no. If we take on the UK, it's just the US left. Bro. How does this always happen with the most random nations? I don't think you've just seen what I've seen. Bro, what do you mean? Okay, it's this China. Okay, then it's fine. I was about to say, if it's this China, I'm gonna crash it. When did that happen? Fair enough. You know, I'm not complaining about the cheeky Japan and China in our faction. Not complaining about it in the slightest. I don't know when it happened, but this is a massive help. This is a massive help. This is basically now old world versus new world, if you really think about it. That is a massive help. That will really, really like distract the allies, if nothing else. I think I'm gonna be target number 1 because they do like invading the Benelux a little bit too much. But other than that, like I think this is fine. Put everything there. I still have no idea what I'm doing with planes, by the way, in general. It's not like we have an air force, so this is a bit irrelevant. No, we're gonna do strategic destruction. And then here, the fleet. I'm gonna keep my ships in the port for a little bit longer, because I think the AI kind of forgot that I had these. Up until the naval invasion is ready. Speaking of, it probably should also, for the future for the US, get landing craft. Okay. How is this holding on? This is holding on nicely. Okay. Everything looks good now. We're also not fighting anyone, which means we are gonna get some equipment back. So as long as the Germans don't have a catastrophic blunder again, where they get like invaded from like 5 different places by the US, I think we are in the money. Again, the only issue is just, I don't know how I'm gonna get to the US. That is really the #1 issue. I guess we could try an island hop. Iceland is fascist after all. Maybe we can force them to give us military access or something like that, but yeah, that's basically where it ends. Don't think we have anything, sadly, over there. No. Closest thing we have is this. If anything, we're gonna need to island hop, which is really annoying, but yeah, not a lot I can do about that. Okay, now the fleet is back. That is not great. Okay. I'm gonna wait a bit, because it could be that the fleet is just here temporarily, and if they disappear, I'm gonna put out my fleet on strike force. Dash naval invasion support. Cannot do that. That's a land doctrine reduction, perfect. Ooh, I don't even know. Do we go closed economy? Do we produce a lot? I think we'd be fine on steel if we did that. We might screw over the Germans ever so slightly. China, actually, if anything. That's fine then. Yeah, let's just bump it into closed economy. Because with that, I think, yeah, we can save ourselves a bit of civs on trade. Okay, put that right here. What can we do? We can upgrade our engineer company. We probably still need anti-tank. That probably would be something to look at sooner or later for our infantry, because we are currently very susceptible to tanks. This is not great. Maybe if I just put on strike force now, at some point, they'll just disappear. Hope they just don't engage anyway here. Dutch East Indies jump scare. No. And now it's just really a waiting game, because the Navy invasion is queued up. It's gonna fire as soon as we have some sort of superiority in the sea. And this is a good break as well, because it just gives us like a little bit of time to regain army strength. Like, we're gonna get our army strength back with this. Like, we are gonna replenish our guns. Right, we were on 10k debt. We now have an entire new army over here, and we are almost positive. So, all in all, this is still okay. Then maybe... How many ships do the Germans have? Are they just growing with that as well? I guess if they put it on strike force in the same sea as we did, maybe, but it doesn't look great either. Interesting. Let's punish these right here. Create a new army here. Bam, bam. Create a couple more divisions still. Do we have command power for new general finally? Yes, we do. We get maybe two? Maybe two? Are we gonna go for two? Yes, we are. Hell yeah. Wait. Again, this guy, Gottfried, is just here guarding this little island right here. But I cannot take Ariacha. The combat width is too narrow for me to do anything with our tanks. That... light tanks? Not really. This is fine like that. Guess we have reached the slot, might as well. I see now why the thingy was here. Nice. And now just kill these guys as well. There's Japanese tanks over here. That says enough, I think. The Germans have to be carried by the Japanese. She's in these jump scare. Australia's gone deep into the British. Yeah, this is a bit of a slow period, sadly. Bit of a pause on the hype because yeah, we just kind of are waiting here. I guess I could try and paratroop as well. Might as well give it a go, I guess. See if we can like get anything with that. With that, be fully equipped. Let's see if we can like maybe get a paratrooper landing like here somewhere. Or even better up here. I don't know if we do have a thingy right here. Okay. But the air is red? I don't know. Even with the paratroopers I can disturb the British fleet. I'm gonna wait, so that might just be genius. I could try and just naval invade, or not naval invade, just airdrop into the ports, especially stuff like this, where they have stationed fleets. So I push them out so their orders don't work, so I get naval supremacy here so I can invade with my actual troops. That might just be genius. That might actually just be genius. Holy shit, if that works. The issue is, some of these ports, like Portsmouth for example, are also big cities. Like these two are for sure guarded. But this one for example, next to London, I somehow don't see it. We just gain efficiency, nice. New thingy right here. Artillery upgrade, yes please. And let's put this guy in here so we don't have to deal with that. Okay. Is it done? It's done, perfect. The good thing is, this is also a pretty safe gamble, all in all, because realistically, at most, we're losing 10k men with this. This is not that big of a gamble as it might look initially. Let's do like this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Fish. Here. Up there. See if we can get Liverpool as well. There's a couple of just random places where we might just be able to station ourselves. Bristol, probably a good shout. Only 10k? Yes, because I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if you were early enough in the stream here, but this is our paratrooper division templates. I think it's... How many men is it? It is virtually 1,000 men, so yes, it's 16k people in here. Like, there is no one in that paratrooper division. It's literally just to take a tile, essentially. For an extended period of time. Boop. 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 I'm gonna check on the world in a second. Let's see if anything has majorly changed. Is that... Won't let me assign you. Please. Oh, there we go. And then we need 2 more. I'm gonna just apply them to Birmingham and Sheffield. The reason why I'm always assigning so many is because it takes 50,000. Did the stream just went down? Yeah. I'm about to witness greatness. Is the stream on YouTube fine? Because I just got a message here that you currently do not have an active public live stream on YouTube. Is that fine? It could be that my program is tweaking, because I do have a program for combined chat. I hope it's fine since you wrote, I'm about to witness greatness. I'm gonna wait a bit just to make sure. Let me, actually I can just check on my thingy. 1 second. I just want to make sure that's okay. It looks like it's fine. Might just be my program that's... The stream is fine for me? Okay, good. It just looks like my program might have... Okay, yeah, that was just the program then. Okay, in that case it's okay. Yeah, the issue of doing this is just literally air. We have a lot of red air everywhere. I'm just gonna send it. Hopefully we get some sort of landing somewhere. Some point. If we can get a port, we're in the money, essentially. As long as we don't overstack it, we're in the money. Yeah, the issue is just the red air everywhere. I think it's... we need the English Channel and the Benelux. Like we need green air everywhere. Usually when you do this against the AI, by the way, another quick tip right here. If you ever do this against the AI, do not put up your Air Force, actually. Like, don't bother with an Air Force, because if you, the player, don't put up an Air Force, it is highly unlikely the AI will put up an Air Force. The AI will actually, like, default to no Air Force themselves as well. Like, it's pretty funny. If you're ever doing this in single player, don't put up an Air Force. Don't do what Germany is currently doing. Like, with that, you're just making your job a bit harder. Because you have to guard, like, multiple air zones, which you could just avoid by not doing it. Probably want to research an anti-tank. Ireland, I'm assuming they're just, yeah, there's in the Allies now, that's also great. Surely something cracks at some point. Surely something cracks. Lost intel on Ayacho, just look over the border, forehead. The thing is, you don't have HOI. You are a bit in luck. Yeah, I don't know if you have a PC that can run it. But there's currently the Steam Summer Sale going on, since I think yesterday. So the game is actually pretty cheap at the moment. HOI itself, I think, is like $10 without the DLC, of course, but yeah, it's $14 at the moment. So if you have a PC that can actually run it, this might be the time to do it. Like, it's actually pretty cheap. And I'd say that for $14, even without the DLC, it's pretty much worth it to get into. Okay. If you feel like doing it, and again, of course, you will require some sort of PC, because I used to play the game myself on a pretty bad laptop, like, and I mean bad, where after 1937 the game would lag, which I was not enjoyable. But if you have a PC, yeah, all about you. I've tried getting it 2 separate times. Did you just not enjoy it, like playing it, or did you just not have the PC for it? Because if you don't have the PC, yeah, I can see it. Again, I've myself played on my mother's like Chromebook essentially, and that no, no. Holy fucking shit! How did you get naval supremacy, Sweden? That is outrageous. Why do we just have naval supremacy? You have... Okay, this is going to entirely rely on that we can edit this. Can we swap the port with this one? And instead of the landing area being right here, we swap it to Liverpool or something like that. Or like Glasgow. I'll just need something where I don't require naval supremacy in the English Channel. Maybe if I go from like, instead of here, we go here. And then to Liverpool. Yes, if I do that, will you just allow that? Holy shit, that might just be... Okay. Pause. We might be in the money. 1 second. I'm gonna put my units in Spain as well. I don't remember. I haven't seen. I don't remember entirely why I couldn't get it. Yeah. Again, if you ever feel like doing it by now, probably with the Steam sale, the summer sale usually is pretty good. Right now is your best chance. If you ever felt like giving it a go again, of course, no pressure. If you don't feel like it, so be it. But if you ever feel like it, just do it. Really fun. Very entertaining game to play as well. Okay. Let's see if we can get a landing in Liverpool. Not the naval invasion I was expecting, but if it works, it works. Come on. Oh, I should have invaded left and right as well. Oh, this is kind of on me. I got too greedy with it. I wanted to do it too fast. This is entirely on me. Ah, that's just a throw. That's bad. That is just a throw. Okay. Let's go grab our guys again. Let's try that again, but in a different style. This is actually what I wanted, like this. Now we have also a couple here. Let's put a couple more divisions on it. Like this. Okay, I don't feel precious, don't worry. Once I get the game, I'm probably gonna play Italy first. Italy is a pretty good beginner nation, yeah. Just be careful of Ethiopia. Ethiopia can bite. Try and kill them as quickly as possible. That's my recommendation. After that, you will have a pretty nice game. Really just make sure you get Ethiopia. That's my only recommendation. Other nations I would recommend as a beginner. Definitely, the Portuguese. Portugal has a pretty chill focus tree. You're also in the center of Europe. Germany, because you kind of decide the war on your own pace. The Soviets, if you play ahistorical, because against the Germans it can be tough. Like there is a chance that will be tough. Italy is hard to play. Depends on how you play it. If you play it historically, yes, it is. If you decide to do your own thing, in quotations, where you just kind of let Germany do the hard stuff, and hopefully, I'm saying hopefully, have a competent German AI with you. No, not really. I would say Italy's probably on the easier side. You also have a pretty big navy, so you can do a couple funny things. If you remember the paratrooping stuff I did earlier with like Maastricht over here, speaking of, I should probably deal with that. You can do the same as Italy, and even more effectively, because you will have the resources to also build an army. You can just paratroop into Paris or Lyon, Tours, maybe Marseille, Lyon, just like kill the French immediately. It's pretty funny. There's a couple strats out there for Italy as to how to play it. One of the more funny nations to play. Yeah, how long? The Germans are locked in on Ireland for some reason. They're not really invading the UK, but they're locked in on Ireland. I don't know why, I just like Italy. You're not the first new player that I heard say that. Italy seems very appealing to new people into the game, from what I could tell. Like, there's a lot of people that just like playing the Italians. Because there's not really a lot you can do wrong, per se. Hast du schon das Römische Reich gemacht? Ja, mehrmals. I recently played a game where I formed the Roman Empire. I think recent means about a month ago. I can show that later, once I've gotten the naval... I should really pay more attention. I'm gonna show that once I've gotten an invasion off from the UK. I know, that was not gonna hold. Any of the other ones launching? Should definitely stir them up at least. I don't think that did anything though. I definitely played as Italy. I had a pretty successful game with them as well. Just with Italy, it's fun, especially if you have a second player to play with. Because if one of you is Italy and one of you all is Germany, it's very, very, very fun to play together. Yeah, I formed the Roman Empire. I got all the friends immediately. I think, for what I remember, I also took the Spanish, the Portuguese. Yugoslavia obviously was just a pushover. You can get them as a puppet with one of your focuses. Greece, historically, the Italians were pretty bad, but I have the power of time travel, so I knew that I had to put up a couple naval invasions and such, not just punch through this mountain right here. Honestly, probably the most difficult invasion I had to do was Turkey, because the AI, as you can see right here, likes to naval invade this a bunch of times. So if you're fighting the allies, make sure you're guarding this like border right here. This is pretty bad. Like the AI has a fetish to invade a couple nations here and there. This is definitely one right here. They also like to invade Belgium a bunch, from what I remember. And northern Germany. Those are like the hotspots for AI. AI-isms, you could say. Oh my god, the Germans actually took Dublin. That is wild. That is wild. Okay, Ireland has fallen. That is wild. Yeah, how is the US doing? The US has taken Iwo Jima. Iwo Jima. Couple of memes with that, if you know Bo Cohen. We now have anti-tank. We're definitely going to use that. Again, I think it's too late for airplanes. We're just going to ignore that. We're going to focus on AA instead. How much longer? A couple more days. I plan on going on the Allied path. You mean like the Democratic Italy or what? Because unless you mean the Axis, the Allied path is with the British. I think the Democratic Italian path is actually also pretty okay for the democratic nations in HOI. Usually tends to do quite funny results. Dude, you took Ireland. You had the whole thing under control. What are you doing, broski? This Germany is something else. It's like they're doing it on purpose. They get not getting supplies in, but bro, come on! You had like one of the two ports on this godforsaken island. Now you're gonna lose it. Okay, once that goes off, it's good. Like joining the Allies? Yes. In that case, if you're gonna plan on joining the Allies, this is very easily holdable if the Germans manage to kill France, and this is very easily manageable to hold out. You can hold this very easy. If for some reason you lose this upper part, by the way, big river right here. You can fall back right here, defend against the Germans or whoever is in your north, just like hold them essentially. I think if you're Italy and you join the Allies, you should be fine. You might even be able to push a bit. Yeah. Oh my god, they got blown up. Okay, let's do you. We could get an Italian puppet, but it's not worth it, at least not at the moment. Just because there's so much German activity now here. Oh, it's launched. Nice. Let's put that shit on naval invasion support quickly. Just so we have something guarding our troops while we do this. Okay, one of these three surely will fall. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, we might even get it completely. Big. Okay. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. Completely just rushed him here. Nice. Okay. Now let's expand as quickly as we can so we don't have to deal with supply issues. That we can bring the rest of the army over here. Okay, this is huge. This is absolutely huge. I've also seen issues with getting kicked from a faction. In particular with the allies, yes. If you cause too much world tension, they will keep on kicking you, but then they realize you're at war with the same people they are at war with, and they'll re-invite you. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a bit of an annoyance, really. Like, it's, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, you punch your little brother and he punches you back, right? It's a bit annoying, but no one's getting killed, right? A bit of a weird analogy, but it's basically what it is. Also, I'm gonna put that on strike because I do not plan on losing my entire... Not patrol, Jesus Christ, no. I do not plan on losing my entire fucking fleet right here. Jesus Christ, patrol, I'm just actively throwing. Okay, let's do that. So there's more troops coming in. It's pretty good. Once they are in... Okay, one guy got encircled in leads, but that's not too bad. That is pretty bad on the other hand, so I did not want that to happen. We desperately need a second port somewhere. The issue is the British are exactly guarding that. Oh, this is ugly. Shit. We're still right here, that should be good. Boop boop. So the allies are basically indecisive? Yes. Yes. The allies are the most bipolar faction you're gonna have to face. By quite a long margin, actually. Like, these guys will change their minds on what day the weather is. Yeah, let's see, then can we just build a port ourselves, maybe? That's just more reliable, to be honest, at this point. Because now we're kind of screwed here, because... with the way this works is we only have one port, and we still have the 27 divisions in one tile, which is not particularly great. Oh, that... We got reinforced memes. We still had 25 divisions here, but we got... Oh, that... Something else what this game is. Even the AI knows how to do it, and I'm still surprised Paradox has not fixed that. Reinforced meming is some of the worst mechanics in the game. Because you can have, like, 100 divisions in, like, a battle defending it, essentially. Like, for example, here in Dunkirk. Let's say I'm defending this battle, right? I'm losing. I'm putting in, like, these two to reinforce it. But because they couldn't get the battle into the battle in time, I still lose the tile. While there's still divisions there and they have full organization, I might still lose the tile. Dutch Cornwall? Yes, I wish I could go down to Cornwall, but it's just... that is horrific. Yeah, we just... Oh, that's so bad. That is so bad, dude. We're gonna lose that. We're gonna lose our entire army here. Oh, that is so bad. Unless the port gets built in time, which I... Yeah, because it's in a battle, it doesn't have any factories assigned. That is so bad. Yeah, it's the entire army gone. Rip. That is pretty bad. Yeah, we got reinforced memed out of this tile right here, which is the issue. Ah. Once Britain capitulates, yeah, I'm gonna take revenge on that for sure. The millions of Dutchmen that just died, we're gonna take revenge for them. The good thing is we're kind of holding still. Is still building? No, this is ever so slightly building. I mean, as long as we have 2 tiles, I guess it's fine for now, but it's not great. Again, if we can get this done in time, it might be okay, but I somehow doubt that. Especially with the divisions losing orc. If Germany would, like, help us, maybe. Nah. Nah. That was the first big L. That was the first big L, and it's all because of a reinforced meme. That is pretty bad. Ay caramba. This is why I usually like invading here and not here. Because here you're just bound to get screwed over so badly. Because the AI can just attack you from north, middle, south, everywhere. But if you take like Newcastle, that would have been fine. It's not even that many casualties, surprisingly. I think we just took like 500k, but honestly, that's okay. For the fact that we've been at war for 3 years, it's a pretty stupid way to lose the army, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's upgrade our guns as well. Let's see if I can maybe like promote a German like advance right here by just putting us on strike force. Right, do we have trucks the entire time? No, we weren't producing trucks. That was something I was gonna do. Completely forgot about that. We need trucks and we need at least like 2 on trains. I'd say militaries. Oop. The other way. Oh yeah, that should be fine like that. Okay. There we go. That's great. Again, the good thing is we really have some really powerful allies. It really is just a question of can we make use of them. There's Chinese divisions in Sardinia. Because the Germans have definitely taken Ireland. Like the UK, there's no way they just hold Belfast, right? Especially since there's like a combined nation effort right here. There's no way they just kind of hold that. If I can just... you're not getting through here, buddy. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's just not gonna happen. Punch them back. Will you finally give me Picardy? Hell yeah. Oh, in Normandy. Oh, we can actually ask for quite a lot now. Can ask for the entire, like, north of France here. Like this. Okay. Could get the Dutch East Indies involved here as well. And they're attacking as well. This is pretty good for us, because that means the British will also lose a bazillion men now. We've killed 200,000 here. 200,000. Operation Louisette was a failure. Yeah, it's pretty tragic. Again, if I didn't get reinforcement, because I still had 25 divisions in there which were not in combat. If the AI doesn't know how to reinforce me, we would have won that, but yeah. Sadly, we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. We will avenge them. We will erect statues for our fallen brethren. How are we doing in terms of naval supremacy everywhere? Not great. Put the same guy in charge of fate with the last one. Nothing can go wrong with that one. I'm gonna try and invade Norwich. Norwich is definitely what we have to take. It is by far the far easier one to take. Also, wow, what happened? Did I miss something? Yes. Put a couple more units out. Oop. Put out 3. Like, surprisingly, Germany seems to have pretty much recovered from what's happening here. If we can get a landing on the UK, that's a big boy. Italia, it fucking is. If you can just... we really just need a foothold on Britain. And I usually prefer Newcastle, because Newcastle is really easy to evade Britain from. My favorite landing spot for that country. That here, put you here, put you here, put you here. And then, yeah, bam. Nice. We've now officially completed our... We saw the naval research facility of the Germans. Didn't even know we could do that. At some point, hopefully, that will give us green naval supremacy. The German chonker. We have Reichskommissariat Spanien? Iberien, okay. Yeah, the Argentinians and the Brazilians are hyper-aggressive AIs. You should try and even invade Plymouth instead. Yes, but it would go the exact same way as Liverpool. These two are better ports to land in, but they're really hard to hold because the naval capacity you have on them is pretty bad. Newcastle is the exact same. The only difference, the key difference between them, is that when you invade Newcastle, you have free reign essentially over Scotland because it's 2 tiles and you've cut off the British. That's the strategic reason behind Newcastle. You could just cut off Scotland, you can take all of Scotland, and then you have like, I think 2 extra ports? Maybe 3 even. 3 extra ports up here to get more supply in. That's why I'm going for Newcastle, not Plymouth. Because otherwise Plymouth would make sense, yeah, but just... if I can go for Newcastle, I would go for Newcastle. I still don't know how they're not winning this. There's not really a lot here. I guess there's American medium tanks, which could really be a hindrance, but shouldn't be. Yes, put your fleet here. Come on. Something else which I forgot, by the way, is I should have done an agency a while ago. I still haven't done that. Because it gives you intel on the Navy as well, which is pretty useful most of the time. Right, and with something else here, put this always to motorization, because that means you'll get trucks to deliver your supplies instead of horses, which means you get supply much faster and much easier. Yeah, Newcastle is much better. I agree. It's my favorite landing spot in the game for Britain. Let's hold that here. Like the Germans are just pooping out their commissariats now. Oh, how are you constantly throwing Ireland? This is like, oh my god, you have divisions with like no equipment here. I see now what happened. Ireland's gone. That was the biggest throw yet, probably, because they had complete control over that. They just needed to push them out of Belfast, and they did not push them out of Belfast. Do we need rocket artillery? Not really. Let's go sheer spot weapons. Now that you explained it, it makes a lot of sense. If I could look, yes, it really does. Because it'll kind of cut off Scotland as soon as possible. Because with that, you split the AI into 2 as well, which really helps your own cause. Let's do 3 right here. If we're not gonna get that one, that's pretty good. Let's do this. Don't even realize that we were so quick with the naval supremacy. We need to get Dumfries. Dumfries is important. That's really the key, so getting all of this here. Also getting bombarded, sadly, in the English Channel. Because there's not really a lot I can do there. I could block it off, but now it's a bit late. Ah, that's so much damage on the divisions. Okay, we have a second port now, but this is gonna hold. I don't know if this is gonna hold. This is pretty bad. And the main issue is we just got blown up like in the sea. Really. We do have an extra 24. Okay, that might just save us then. You can get these guys over here. I'm gonna block off the English channel so they don't go over there. You can get these guys over here quickly. And that's really with quickly. We might just stand a chance. Okay, we have a second port right here. Do we have naval supremacy? Yes, we do. Okay, anchor test as well. Let's do that so it organizes itself better. It's a critical that we have Glasgow and Edinburgh. That really gives us supply as well. Please let us work. I am praying to. I am absolutely praying that our ships can still keep blowing up. Like, if we can get Dumfries, we'd be in such a better position. Ireland has capitulated for like the 8th time now. Thank you, Germany. You just could like get like German support here, something. That would be so nice. I guess they're still busy with Ireland. Can't really say anything about that. I also can't push. Yeah, this is like the worst war ever. Neither side can push. Oop. Night vision is pretty good, and let's rush this. We do have our industrial focus. Maybe now? They have so many divisions here. I'm so surprised because the UK also has to guard like land in Africa. I'm pretty sure they're also over here. Like they have to guard so many spots. I'm surprised they have so much in the home islands. Two more. Operation Louisiette Take 2. For real? This is not bad. If you can hold this, this is also fine. Like, the benefit about holding this and not even pushing, to be honest, is that the AI will keep grinding themselves against us. With that, they'll lose equipment, as long as, of course, we hold this and we don't, like, take massive casualties. With that, they'll lose their own equipment, and slowly but surely, we're gonna be able to we're gonna have more equipment than the AI, essentially. So after some time, the UK will just not have the guns to fight back. Like, we'll have guns, they'll have fists to fight with. That's the plan. Issues, it's not getting anything delivered over here. I guess we don't have any deficits apart from men. I guess we can cancel this, maybe that gives us some. What is our main deficit in the army right now? Yeah, it's just men. We're missing about 100,000 men. So it's a war of attrition. Yes. Yeah, basically. With the Germans now here as well, it should be easier able to hold for us. Bro, come on. Things were just going well in the UK. Come on, bro. Why now? You took 2 years extra anyways. You should have been invading in 41 if anything, but bro, yeah. I'm not joining that war, Germany. Screw you. Give me Brest as well. No? Okay. Okay. Again, the issue is we are not getting equipment delivered as well, because we have all the equipment in the world. I think we're just missing men, realistically, and these men cannot really move over here. Pretty sure is red here. Luckily we have got bloody AA in our divisions, because otherwise this would have been horrific. The issue is, again, the British look like they're slowly running out of supplies, but the Americans are here as well. So where we're gonna have to play it is, once the British have run out, we have to encircle the Americans, right? Because the British will not be a threat, right? Look at that. I think that's an average strength of about 50, which is not great for them. Sorry, Tibet, what happened? Is communist Tibet a thing and in the Allies? I know India made them communist. I know the focus tree, right? But like, you just give yourself an extra. What do you want? Sure. Battle cruiser plans. That's pretty nice. So look at that. They're just punching into us, but they can't really do a whole lot. We have improved hands. Yeah, we did not really need it, but might as well. Okay, we might be able to take dumb freeze finally. The one province I'm gonna try taking. No. Still have too much supply and everything. Not great. No bueno. That's about. You should try to do an encirclement. I'm trying to get Dumfries, because with that, I'm probably also gonna get this province right here, and then like this entire sector is encircled, but just. Whew. They say I have so much equipment, I think I need to wait a little bit longer. All of Vladivostok, right, because Japan's in here as well. Don't really need that. Percent tank. I don't want to change the division template now because we already have limited equipment. But soon. Come on. Get it. Oh, that as well. Okay, we have actually taken a province. Edinburgh is no longer a frontline city. That's pretty good. Bro, they steal so much equipment. If we push once, like our entire equipment is just gone. Hello, Gaiden. Welcome to the bane of my existence. Naval invading the UK in 1943. Yeah, the Germans are currently, yeah, I'm in the same faction as the Germans. I've been trying to play support and, yeah. It's a bit of a wild one. It's a bit crazy. Surely now. Surely. That splits them. Surely. They can't hold all of it. Thank God. Yeah, Belgium, I know, but I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure I got this. I saw Belgium, don't you worry. I just wanted to make sure that I got this first. Because that is by far the most significant part. I think I can hold off Belgium pretty well. I have quite a few divisions here, plus the Germans and Chinese, so also helping me. Like, I have got the backup for this. I just wanted to make sure I split them actually into two now. The YouTube, Twitch, same chat on the screen. Yes. The split. There we go. You see, Belgium, we got it under control. Easy. Actually free. Can't do anything. All the Americans, all the British in here, encircled. Hooked. If I push now, will that just push it? The north, or will I push it? That will push everything, okay. That's over now. I like the position I'm currently in. Oh, that's big! We just won the tile on accident. That was not even my intention, but that helps so much. Yeah, that just puts them in the encirclement right here as well. Oh, the British we're definitely gonna get now. The British have this was the big failure for the British right here. We're gonna get them 100% now. They can't do anything. This is big. Scotland has officially been won. Scotland has been won. And that's another like 10 British divisions gone right here. That frees up a lot of the army. Okay, now we have a northern and a southern front, and I'm gonna try and punch up north. See if we can like maybe kick out the British completely here. Okay, maybe not right now, because they actually just broke our cipher. Look at the amount of naval invasions, by the way. My face cam's kind of covering it. But look on the right-hand side, the amount of naval invasions. That's like 5, 6 going off at the same time. The British are getting desperate. They tried naval invading behind us. I gotta keep an eye out for that, because I keep falling to that from them. A second, I've been... Called. I'll call that back in just a second. What do you think of Lance Stroll P4 in practice too? Never doubting, goat. Let's see if we can get that. I just want to kick the British out. Boop, boop. Do that right here, that's nice. Can you guys do this? Big Oban. Is Belgium doing? Belgium's doing fine, they're contained. We're temporarily sacrificing a couple of mills, but it might just be worth it. It's gonna be great. Boop. Oh, now the people in Aberdeen are encircled. That's another like 30 British divisions encircled. If it were not for the US, I think this would have been like the end of the war right here. Because this is catastrophic for the British. They cannot recover from this. This is absolutely like, this is the end for them. Like, their only shot was to get these guys out, but that's not happening anymore. That is not happening anymore. They still have a chance with the guys up top here, but not with the rest. So that, yeah, very good. Oh, that is so beautiful. That is beautiful. Where is Scotland and Cornwall Dutch puppets? Absolutely. I'm on board with that. It's probably the most we're getting out of the peace deal, to be honest. So, I think that's pretty neat. Make these 3 puppets. Okay, 1 second. Someone keeps calling me. I will be back in 5 minutes because I'm going to answer the call and then I'm going to feed the cats, okay? So give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back. 1 moment. We are officially back. The cats have not been fed yet, as the food is still a bit cold. I decided to check on that. But the call has been dealt with. Just was a question about what we had at home, so should be fine. If I can not get this done within the next half an hour or so, thank you, welcome back as well, Blanco. If I can not just get this done in the next half an hour, I might need to take another break to help my mum with groceries, just for a little bit. But after that, I should be home free, essentially. Okay, let's continue. Britain will die. There's no doubt about that. This is a question of how quickly can we deal with them. And hopefully the Germans do some stuff with the Soviets, I don't know. I don't get the goal there. I don't know if Germany's strong enough for this. It looks like it, kind of. I don't know what the power balance there is, but that's something for them. I'm not concerning myself with that. Let's do this. Boop. Do that. Kill this. And maybe make an England puppet too. I wish I could, but I'm pretty... I might be able to. I have more war score than I thought I would have. This might just about be possible. Okay, I might make an England puppet then. This is gonna take... we still have to take the Benelux, but I think we get like discounts on that since we did the former one. But right after that, we're gonna do England. I somehow doubt we're gonna get all of it, but I'm gonna give it my go. You can maybe surprise ourselves. Can we by now? I guess we can start pushing here as well. At least like pretends to. There's nothing in the south really going on. That's just a stalemate and a half over there. Once this at the north is done, I'm gonna take like 5 divisions and just guard the ports here with it. So I do not feel like getting naval invaded from behind again, like I've been doing so many times now. Okay, they're on last stand, so this burns a lot of the equipment. That's fine for me. Not great for me either, but you know what, I'm taking it. There we go. This, for example, was a reinforced meme. This was something now that happened to the AI as well, so we're now even. Like, there was still clearly divisions in the battle, it's just like, because 2 got pushed out, the rest of them got pushed out. Like, but I'd like my factories back, please, guys. Can I afford to just, like, leave all of this? Just, like, deal with that? Maybe if I just take this division right here, boom. If that's enough. Because now they randomly have supply in just Brussels, which is not great either. There we go. Go kick these guys out as well. Okay. Let's... Can I... Where's the lagging? I wanna... There's clearly a land connection, why can I not... I'm trying to right click, but that's... Okay, control right click works, that's good enough then. Just wanna kick out these guys completely off their northern port here. Sure, okay, you know what? Fine by me. I'm just gonna take these 4 units and I'm just gonna put them up as a garrison. Not sure why it wouldn't let me take that, but you know what's best I can do. Oop. Put that all on ports just to make sure we don't lose anything here. And now we punch down into England. But Germany's pretty jealous right now. I think Germany's got bigger things to worry about. But yes, probably pretty jealous that they couldn't be part of this. But you know what? It's their own doing. Who are you, Germany? Hold that. There we go, Carlisle. Very nice. See if we can take Liverpool back. We're gonna erect a statue. No matter what, we're taking Liverpool, by the way. Because there's like 500,000 dead Dutch people there. Or rather, Benelux. I should probably also recolor this to something else, just so I know that this is my garrison. taken Manchester, we've taken Liverpool, very nice. Very nice. It should be smooth sailing from here. No. The big reason for that is, if you want to actually have a peace deal, I have two options. Either I can cheese it, and we just kick America out of the war, but that's not really cool. Or we're gonna have to make our way to the US. The issue is, how are we gonna make our way to the US? We have no one here. Like, maybe Venezuela, but Venezuela is not really doing anything. Like, sure, we can deal with the Soviets. Once the Soviets are dealt with, we can call it like a half-peace deal. I think that's the second best option. But the issue is we just need someone to like do something to get to the US. And the issue is, as well, I think after that, the problem is, once we deal with the US, because we already have 43, after we deal with the US, Brazil is probably a major. That means we're also gonna have to take down Brazil, possibly even Argentina. So that's not great either. I also put it on battle plan by now because the British armed forces are they're dead. Like, this is over. Hey, Britain is done. Let's do this. The entire British Isles. Birmingham, that's nice. I'm gonna keep my divisions, this core right here, at least on Britain. I meant on mainland Britain? Yes. Like, there's no opposition. If you meant mainland Britain, yes, actually. Like, these guys are dead. Like, maybe London holds a bit longer, but the rest is huge. Leo Belgicus stands strong. Let's see if we can get... not what I wanted. Let's see if we can get this to make the borders maybe a bit prettier. Maybe Paris? Okay, if I could not click on airports, that would really help. Let's make some pretty borders right here. To create, like, pseudo-Vichy France. Can we just... It's a lot of French territory that's willing to give me. Not entirely what I meant with making it pretty, but you know what? Not complaining. Let's go make a battle cruiser while we're at it. We now have enough to just produce ships as well. Put these in the army. Oop. Oop. Big Belgium has been born. Just means we have to be careful because we also have to not guard this little port right here. It's the new ones we've just gotten. Just have to be a bit careful of that, but that should be fine. Again, once these divisions are freed up, half of them are just going to the garrisons. And that's the UK dead. Okay, first big player in the entire war is dealt with. I guess apart from France, but yeah, it's France. Okay. That just leaves us with the United States. Again, the issue is just how are we gonna get there? I thought initially about island hopping via Iceland. That really also doesn't work, because Iceland is not in the war. And I'm scared that if I declare on them, that they, how should I say this nicely? They'll just proceed to destroy me. Let's use you guys to just guard the British in the meantime. How many casualties? Good point. The Axis is up to 8 million. The Allies is up to 6. And then fake China, this is not our China, this is Xinjiang, is up to 1 million as well, which I did not even know there was 1 million people in Xinjiang. So fair enough on that. But yeah. Overall we've taken more, but that's primarily just Germany. Because Japan and me have roughly the same. China has like 2 million, but that's nothing for them in this game. Yeah, it's really just Germany who's taking a big fat L right there. Do I have a spare general? I have 2 in fact. Okay. Do I want to help the Germans? Not really. Not really. Okay, let me think. What is the smartest way for us to get from here to the United States? The closest island we have is right here. Ponta Delegada. There is American ship activity here. Um, do we have how big is that? Maybe 78. I can't even reach it. That's the issue. Oh god. Okay. We have fuel. Okay, so it's not that. You can help them out and ask for Crimea. Would be an option. We thought we'd at least get a peace deal. I'm deliberating. I'm scared just that I'm gonna judge on this. Is India. India is not a major. Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of time to deliberate, because I can't really reach the US with the current navy that I have, sadly. Could I just put these now on the last couple of technologies? Have to research. We just could like get Venezuela or somebody in here. That would help so much. I guess the first thing I should do either way, no matter what, is just like kill this pocket right here. I feel like that's probably smart. Murder everything in there. If I could, the thing I do right now is declare partial peace with the Allies, because there's no way the US makes it over here, right? It's not like it's a one-way trip for us. The US has one island right here, this, Madeira, and it's not like they'll get like a foothold or anything. Once this is pushed out, it's done. The US is dead as well. They might have Africa, but like that's really it, right? I wish I could just declare like a partial peace where it's like we both agree to like hold what we have at the moment. I think, didn't they say they were going to rework something in that as well? Might have misremembered something. I definitely know they were going to rework alliances and all that. There we go, that's Liège down. Oh my god, we have so many facilities suddenly. Okay, we're definitely going to get a land warfare guy. What else do we have? We have an airport thingy. Do you... We have two of those, nice. And then... one for Sussex as well. Put this guy in there. We have a land breakthrough point. Maybe this. An assault engineer company. Should be nice. Let's try and take back Belgium first. Almost. The troops are definitely better than the British here. The only issue is just going to be taking Brussels, but if you take everything around it, I think it's fine. Let's kick the Belgians out, who somehow have gotten divisions again. Okay, and now it's just Brussels left, and that should be easy peasy. So now the divisions are gonna start deleting. Assuming we don't run out of orc, this should be fine. Perfect. Belgium has once again capitulated. Bada bing, bada boom. Chunky Bulgaria, hell yeah. I'm all for that. Big Bulgaria. What? Can't even argue against it. Brazilian invasion of Greece. Okay, so that's dealt with. I'd like to invade the U. I guess I'm just gonna go for the Soviets, to be honest, at this point. I think it's easier. It's easier to get a cap on the Soviets at the moment than the bloody Americans. Let's make sure that we also maybe get like some coal up going or something. It's very tempting to just pull away the garrisons now, but I know I can't. Should probably make a division template just for garrisons. Something cheaper. Are we at war? Which war did I join? Please tell me I didn't join something stupid. See how this is. Okay, we're melting them. That's pretty good. Punish them through here. If you manage to invade North America, I think you should start off on Newfoundland. Yeah, it's probably gonna be our only shot, actually. Oh my god, yeah, no, they have a fleet here as well. The issue is when the UK capitulates, they take their fleet with them. They just kind of escape. So we have to face the UK and US fleet at the same time. Not great. I'd like this, please. I'm gonna spearhead directly into Moscow because I think the Germans got this off. So I wanna drive them more north. The island, that is? You mean the one next to Newfoundland? I've always forget what it is. Not Labrador, is it? What's it called? Oh, no, never mind. Vice versa. This is Newfoundland, this is Labrador. I always get them confused. Newfoundland, yeah, probably. Again, the issue is just, it's all heavily guarded by the US. I'm gonna give it a go. But I can't guarantee success. I cannot guarantee that. There's a high chance, in fact, this flops. Pretty good chance, actually. Okay. Go Bryansk. The good thing is, even if per se we're losing a lot here, we're making a lot of strategical gains, because we're taking a lot of the Soviet supply hubs here. Of course, we have 225 mils. Just, I need more manpower, please. Welche Kampfstrategie machst du? Blitzkrieg oder was? Superior Firepower. Ich weiß nicht, wie es auf Deutsch heißt. It's this one. Oh, wait. Menu has moved. Whoops. Where is it? It's right here. Right here. Superior Firepower. Second one. It's my personal favorite. It allows me to micro pretty efficiently. Since usually I play nations like the Netherlands who can't get really tanks done unless they directly do so, I like to do it the most. It gives the most buffs on infantry, essentially. I don't have the facilities for tanks, so a blitzkrieg would be utterly pointless, sadly. And see if Moscow's guarded, so if we can just snake in. I mean, it's guarded, but it's pretty poorly guarded. Oh, he just got overrun. Okay. Ist das krass? Yeah. You get a lot of, like, a lot of soft attack with it, essentially. So, like, if you use infantry with artillery in it, usually it's pretty strong. Like, you will crush your opponents with it. Macht halt keinen Sinn, wenn du Panzer hast, weil dann gehst du Blitzkrieg. Aber wenn du nur mit Infanterie kämpfst, ist einfacher. Was ich halt als Niederlande nicht wirklich machen kann mit Panzern. It would require me sacrificing my entire industry, basically, for me to be able to use tanks. Which in multiplayer games makes sense, right? That makes sense, but in single player it's worthless. I'd rather just get a big army, because you saw what Germany was doing the entire game. They're just throwing. But like, I actually prefer probably getting just an army here. Big if we take Moscow, by the way, because that will essentially completely humble the whole Soviet supply system. That's nice. The whole Soviet supply system relies on Moscow, so once you take that, usually the Soviets would not be doing all too well. With the exceptions of the Leningrad and Stalingrad regions, everything else though will crumble. We're getting to the stage of the game, by the way, where, because there's these kinds of wars going on, the AI needs to calculate troop movements so much that it's actually lagging my PC. We're getting to that stage of the war. Like, if you want to use the same division template that I'm using, by the way, this is it right here. It's pretty cheap. It's a 3x3 block of infantry with an engineer company, the support artillery, and support anti-air. I'm also planning on doing anti-tank sooner or later. Kind of forgot about that a bit. But yeah, that's also second thought. The front line in Belarus looks like a crab claw to me. Yeah. Like extending the crab claws right here. I can probably... I'm gonna push out a bit more in Moscow. Just to make sure that this holds, because I don't trust the German AI. Not in the slightest with that. So I'm gonna push out a little bit more, and then I'm gonna snip off the crab claw. Gonna snip it in half and put it in a really hot water tin thingy. We're gonna cook it. Take a reserve as well if you can. At this point, just ally the Germans, bypass that. Bypass that. German technology focus sharing. A little snack to give to the soldiers, indeed. That's what they should have done during World War II the entire time. Yeah, I think this should be holdable. I'm not gonna push you because otherwise I'm just sacrificing men for no reason. Let's instead crush Smolensk. Surely the Germans can just hold that for a bit. The Wehr has also been taken, so the Soviets should not have the supply to hold this. There we go, that's the crab claw cut off. I'm gonna take Smolensk as well, but first I guess we can deal with this. That's nice, that's nice, that's nice, beautiful. Smolensk, here you are. Let's check in on our nation. Wie macht man Fallschirmangriff, wie du vorhin in United Kingdom? Man braucht hier Luft über gegen... du brauchst Luft dagegen, halt, also die Luft muss grün sein auf jeden Fall. Ist einfacher, aber wenn du keine Flugzeuge drauf gibst, weil dann passiert sowas hier, wo du einfach null hast, du kannst dann immer noch angreifen. Du brauchst Transportflugzeuge, welche diese hier sind. Die hast du normalerweise immer Standard bei jeder Nation. Gibt ein paar, wo es es nicht gibt, aber normalerweise ist es immer Standard. Brauchst du mindestens 50 von denen. 100 oder mehr sind ideal. Und dann ja, musst du halt mit deiner Luftangriffgruppe halt, hier unten gibt es ein Symbol Pirate Border. Da klickst du drauf, klickst du auf den Flughafen, wo deine Transportflugzeuge sind, und dann klickst du jeweils, wo du halt angreifen musst. Zum Beispiel London, Dover, Plymouth, je nachdem halt. Ist relativ einfach. Du kommst ziemlich schnell drauf. We love a multilingual streamer. Hell yeah. Was? I love Oni. Fucking best streamer out there. No, I'm fine with speaking German a bit. Okay, danke, kein Problem. I'm fine with speaking German a bit as long as it doesn't disturb the whole content process. Like, a little bit is always good. Might as well flex the German. Yeah, that's Smolensk down. Let me take Vitebsk. Let me just... we can just melt them, fair enough. I think if you take Vitebsk, that might actually... does that just kill Belarus? Is Belarus already dead? Belarus, my beloved. Belarus is already dead. Okay. I feel like I was watching a German dubbed live stream. You know, like, YouTube is actually implementing, like, auto-dubbing into videos now, which is something I actually severely dislike. I've gotten multiple recommendations now from people like Mr. Beast or something, who have had their videos auto-dubbed, basically. Like an AI basically translates it already into German or Spanish or whatever. In my case, it would be German, of course, but you get the gist. I actually dislike that because I think it gets rid of a bit of the intention of what the creator wants. Because if you just want to watch Mr. Beast in German, first of all, I think he has an entire channel dedicated to that. And second of all, it's a bit weird. Because sometimes the AI also gets things wrong. Enough Guernsey-Klick, kann even angehen against it. No, I'm complaining. No, that's fine. Again, I'm trying to keep my German a bit limited, because this is primarily an English channel. We speak English on this one. I used to have a German one when I initially started out with YouTube, but I was 12 years old and did Minecraft content, so yeah. You can guess on the quality of videos that were on that one. Most of them actually also got deleted, sadly. I don't have a lot of old videos on YouTube. Only on the archives channel, really. There's a couple unlisted ones, because they have nothing to do with my modern content. You can imagine a 12-year-old Austrian boy doing like Minecraft content, and that's basically the standard image you have in your head is pretty much accurate as to what's happening. No, not what I wanted. Pick that. The issue is the Germans seem to have completely ran out of steam, sadly, so I'm probably just gonna have to use my troops as like special forces to push for them. We make incisions here and there, just to make sure that the Soviets actually fall and we don't end up in a perma-war. It's nice. Trying to give them... Oh! Thank you, China. Machst du hauptberuflich streamen? Keine Chance, nein. Ich verdiene nicht mal Geld damit. I earn no money via streaming. I'm yet to get monetization on YouTube, so that's a little bit odd. Hopefully by the end of the year, though. Hopefully then I'll have enough subscribers, but primarily watch hours, because that's actually what I'm missing to get monetization. It's not my main goal, but you know, it's always nice. Yeah, currently, I'm just doing university stuff. I'm basically in university. I thought about going part-time with a job somewhere. The issue is I live in such a remote area, there's basically no jobs. So I'd have to drive like hours on end to get anywhere, which is pretty annoying, but yeah. I'm still thinking about it. If I can find like an online opportunity maybe somewhere, that might just be what I'm taking. I think this is fine like that. Let's move the army again. Let's go help in Stalingrad. My big dream is to do streaming full time at some point, but it's just not viable at the moment. Where do you live that's so remote? Lower Austria. It's basically the area surrounding Vienna. Of course, I'm not going to give you my precise address, because that will be, you know, stupid. But Lower Austria, it's a pretty rural area. Most places here are just very remote. If you don't have a car, you're basically screwed over, more or less. So it's like, there's nothing really here to do. There's not really a lot of job opportunities, sadly. I can work at a supermarket, but I think everybody knows a supermarket job is like a job that really sucks. I did work as a cashier for a long time in like HOI4, so Aldi for the Germans. I worked there for a pretty long time, and it was genuinely one of the worst experiences I think I've ever had in my life. Like, the work climate was fine, the general like job pay was fine, just the actual job you had to do was so monotone, so boring. So near the Italian border? No, that's Tyrol. I'm actually near the Czech border. I'm up top. I actually can show you. I'm like somewhere here. Like in that general area. like near the checkerboard on the top.
Opdrachten? Ja, commandant. Gereed, commandant.
That's nice.
Luisteren. Bevelen.
True. I see. Yeah, I'm not going to go more into detail to it because otherwise I think I'll just expose my location, which is not a good thing to do on the internet. Be aware. But yeah, I think that's about as close as you need anyways. Jobs here, the only thing you should really know is just that jobs here are pretty scarce. Like if you don't particularly fancy supermarket work. It's still a respectable jobs, don't get me wrong, it's just, it's so monotone, I don't like it.
Gereed, commandant.
He lives in Liechtenstein, it's one big ploy. I'm just lying.
Aantreden.
It's all fake news. Always has been.
Bevelen.
Liechtenstein is something I want to visit though, sooner or later. Pretty funny nation. Okay, we're just missing so many men by now, this is ridiculous. Okay, let me see if I can get the war support up. Hopefully that helps a bit, so I can like change the law, because I desperately need that at this point. Like this is working really well because my army's like so well equipped, but we're running out of men, and we're running out of men quickly. I think with the best we can do, I should probably pay attention to that as well. The best we can do definitely at the moment is still to like is to defeat Russia, right? Like that should easily be possible. I don't think it's gonna be enough for the US, sadly. I don't think so. Now I think he's in Siberia. I got that strong Russian accent. Blyat!
Gereed, commandant.
Blyat! Let's see. That's just a bunch of dead Americans here. It's pretty good. Because we don't really have a focus, I think, sadly, to get ourselves more manpower. The only thing we could try and do is maybe get, like, Dutch East Indies troops, but, like, those are usually pretty bad. Germans have also, they've lost Tver, in fact. How much is Russia towards capitulation? 55, and we still have yet to take Volgograd and Leningrad, or Petrograd now. Oh, well, speaking of the devil. Did I even do anything? 5%, that's not a lot.
Bevelen. Opdrachten.
Can I just wish I could do something to give myself more manpower apart from use the console to cheat. Because that's the number one problem I always have with the Netherlands. I somehow always end up on 0 manpower. You really don't get a lot as the Netherlands. It's pretty bad, actually.
Gereed.
How many men are we actually in debt right now? It says only 100,000, but that can't be right.
Luisteren.
We're not missing any other equipment, so I'm not sure where the deficit otherwise would come from. We're clearly also still pushing. Unless the game's just flat out lying to me, in which case, fair enough, can't even argue. Let's push into southern Russia. See if we can get the rest of mainland France. Might as well ask, to be honest. And I guess that might be something. Jesus Christ. I see now why we're lacking so much manpower. It's not actually the problem that we have so much so little men. It's a problem that we can't guard all of this. You have schizophrenia? Yes. 1 second, I'm being called. I'll be back in a couple seconds. 15 minutes until I have to help with groceries. That's pretty bad. That's extremely bad. There might be a revolution brewing. that could end very badly. That at least makes no sense. Okay. We should not ask for any more territory, because if we do, we have to guard it, and then... Unless... Hold up, can we... China might unironically save us. Okay, China's actually saving our booty here. Holy shit, okay. Thank you, China. That actually saved us. It's really just garrisons. I forgot that China was in the faction. I thought Germany was the only one who had like manpower, but no, China's here for a reason. Okay, in that case we're fine. Disaster averted. That was actually 100% as well on the resistance. That could have been very, very, very bad. Baku and such is also real. Wait, that means they don't own Baku. Huh, okay. We've taken Petrograd. How close are you? Nowhere near. But let's push into Nizhny Novgorod over here. So we now have kind of cleared the way here for the Germans. Like, they should be able to hold this. Is F1 ever gonna come back on your channel? No. But for that reason, the former Destruction channel exists. F1 will not be returning, sadly. It was just not worth it for me doing it. HOI, in every aspect, in fact, has been more successful for me than F1. The former Destruction channel exists, however. If you wanna watch more F1 content, that's your best bet for me. It's in the... If you go to my channel, I think it's in the linked channels tab. You can get it from there. There's a couple clips in there. If not, if you want to watch more F1 content, my high recommendation for you is Nick95. He does F1 content still. He's one of my mates. If you want to watch F1 content, you're more than welcome to subscribe to him. Yeah, let's see if we can just rush into Nizhny Novgorod, hopefully. Oh, we can just snake, I guess. It's good that the Russian army is also completely depleted. They still have apparently like a shit ton of divisions, but just no. Red Jones, the allies. Yeah, I don't think I'm going after the US sadly this game. Yes, there's just so much stuff. I could maybe. Can I? Can't really do anything here. Gonna have to rely on my allies actually doing something for once. Caden, by the way, I like that you're constantly swapping between YouTube and Twitch. I've been noticing that. You just swap between the two platforms constantly. We like to do a little bit of swapping. Kazan. We still hold Vladivostok, that's great. I see. What is this song that's currently playing? Sorry. What the fuck is this? That's some Terraria song. I'm currently on a playlist, but it came up with the underground theme for Terraria. Speaking of, by the way, Blanco, especially for you, on Twitch, I stream as well, and you actually have music there. It's not just Dead Silence. So if you prefer stream with music, you should definitely check that out. The reason why I'm not doing music on YouTube is because I fear getting copyright struck, even with non-copyright songs. YouTube is a bit of a mess with that, so I don't feel comfortable blasting music on YouTube, sadly. You should do the Necri playlist. Apart from the fact that it would obviously get me DMCA'd, it would constantly... I prefer not Whiplash, Caden. I prefer not Whiplash. Hello, Bent. I can only assume you are Straxton, since you speak German. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, because on here I can play music. I'm over the stream. Good luck. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna try and erase Kill Russia. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, on Twitch I feel more comfortable blasting music because Twitch policy is, in this case, much better. It protects you a lot more against copyright claims. versus YouTube, who just says, you played like 2 seconds of Skibidi Toilet episode 5, time to kill you. Like, yeah. There's quite a significant difference between the two.
Gereed, commandant. Gereed, commandant.
Good thing is, again, we now have manpower and that slowly will keep replenishing. Yaroslav is our next target. Can we get a second thingy? No, not yet. Krass Beispiel, Skibidi Toilet. True. Na, ich hab schon Wilderes gesehen, es gibt die tolle Bruder. Also da, YouTube-System ist echt nicht gut darin. Pretty reasonable. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I just don't fancy getting my China struck before I even know anything. Are you Australian or German?
Geef acht.
Turkish? No, I'm Austrian. Die Spionage bei dem Spiel habe ich gar nicht bei mir, ja nicht. Spy agencies are like one of the weirdest mechanics, permanently. Like, macht keinen Sinn. Du machst nur Collab Governments und das war's aber wirklich schon. Ich verwende es jetzt nicht wirklich für was anderes. Ein bisschen wild, kann man so sagen. Australians one hell of a pull. True. Gonna be from the land down under. Look at me, guys. That's me right now. British Australia. Although I have to say, a lot of people have said I have a very weird accent. I've heard everything from me being called German in Austria to being called. I think that the wildest thing I've ever been called with my accent was like I forgot the precise location, but some northern British, like somewhere around here, like in the northern regions of England, the Leeds, Manchester United area, like somewhere around there. I've been called a vast things with my accent. It's pretty like crazy. I'm from the US. The fuck is the difference between Australia and Australia? Why similar names? Austria is this little region right here. It's in Europe. It speaks primarily German. In German, it's called Österreich. It's basically the little brother to Germany. We used to be about the same level, but then World War I happened and we blew up. We're not a little brother to Germany. We proclaimed that our language is better. Make your own judgment on that. The language discussion is always wild with Austria. Australia, on the other hand, is this little piece down here. Oh, I say little place. This chonker down here. This is Australia. It's a British colony. They used to colonize this. It used to be called, I think, into its subsections. So it's like New South Wales. You had Southwest Australia. Everything essentially. Yeah, one is a colony. I don't know why Australia and Austria in English are named so similarly when it's just called Österreich. But yeah, it's just what people decided. What speaking English with a bunch of different people with different accents does to a man, true. Not helping the stereotype. No, the Austrians and the Germans have a nice little rivalry when it comes to that. And then in the middle of all of it is Bavaria. Like, you have the Germans proclaiming their language is better, then you have the Austrians, and in the middle of that you have Bavaria, who say, like, Bayerisch is the best language out there. It's pretty fun.
Gereed.
Okay, we have Yaroslav. How much more, Mr. Soviet? I still want to kill this guy before I go off. Because I feel with that, at least we can say, like, yo, we own the old world. Where's the next capital? Please tell me it's not in Irkutsk. Ufa, okay. There's just a bit of a friendly rivalry going on. Same in football, of course. Nothing serious, of course, though. At the end of the day, we both speak kind of the same language, so it's all good. Finland has capitulated. That took, I thought Finland was dead for about 10 minutes, but sure. Hold up, if I just do this, does that just cut off the entire army over here? Holy shit, that's an encirclement. That just cut off the entire thing right here. That's wild.
Gereed, commandant.
And then
Bevelen.
let's do this right here. My voice is slowly dying. Over. Oh, we just overran him as well. That's beautiful. The Germans are getting carried so hard by me. Did I mention that, by the way? Germany has not done anything this entire game. They started all the wars, but they've been carried by me. Hitler's going in his bunker like, was? The entire time, as like the fucking Dutch are doing all the work for him as he gets Berlin navally invaded by Denmark. Like, bro, come on, do something. He's also not been pushing anywhere in Russia. I thought at least in Russia, like, he's half his moment, because that looked pretty reasonable for the longest time, but all the pushing that's been done has been by me and What is Germany doing in this game? It's just been me and Sweden. Dog, please. Okay.
Attentie.
Push this into Ufa. Hello, Halim Clips. I was wondering who you were. I saw your channel. I'm actually subscribed to it. I am assuming you are the fan account that I actually spotted. Thank you for the love and thank you for doing the shots. Been pretty awesome. I've been watching them. Been great. They're also really high quality.
Aantreden.
Like you've been enjoying my work. I've been enjoying your work. It's like a mutual beneficial. Like what you've been creating is pretty cool. I have been struggling to create short form HOI content. So I'm really surprised you managed to do it as well. Obviously, it's only 2 shots. I'm not blazing too much here, but you know, it's still awesome to see. He will hire you for $30 an hour. Okay, if I were to earn money with YouTube, maybe, but currently I'm not earning anything, so that's just a minus sadly at the moment.
Opdracht.
But maybe sometime in the future. You never know.
Aantreden.
I'm gonna leave the option open.
Gereed, commandant.
Yo, Mr. Kohalem clips, by the way, if you want, you have a couple of funny clips in the stream as well. So after, okay, then 40, okay, Caden. If you want, you can just download the VOD and then just do a couple of those as well. There's a couple of funnies in here. In particular with the Germans, they have not been doing well this game. Actually just throwing.
Gereed, commandant. Uitdrukken.
Ufa. It's Ufa down. It's just... The spirits utilize film industry, extort heroism. Okay, now we can actually do all of that stuff. That will give us a little bit more extra manpower.
Opdrachten.
The good thing is there's like no Soviet army remaining. I'm also debating putting a couple troops away from here to help maybe.
Opdrachten.
How much do we need? 13, yeah, I'm just gonna pull off like 8. No, actually I need 4. Can only really use 4. So I wanna create a separate generator just for that.
Bevelen. Gereed, commandant.
Do this.
Gereed.
It's not really a lot here, so just do that. This is the worst border of all time, by the way. Wild.
Geef acht.
But the Germans are actually doing something. They're just killing the pockets, I guess. Not the worst thing to do in the world, honestly, if you're not doing anything else. You just kind of do the cleanup crew job. That's fine. I can live with that, Germany. I can live with that.
Opdrachten.
Redonsk, that should be done. Oh, they're so close. Come on, we're... Close. Got them northern Siberia. Kill me. Okay.
Gereed, commandant.
Do that.
Ja, commandant. Opdrachten.
I think we're gonna divert attention again. Get rid of all of this and push up here now. Yeah, these tiles are quite annoying to invade because they are pretty big. So wars here happen very, very slowly. I wish I could get a cola buff, but just I keep forgetting to upgrade my agency. Pretty bad. Plus, it's going so slow that it's like, it's probably not worth it. Oh, come on, Sweden. Sweden is such a G, by the way. They've been clutching up constantly. Like, wherever the Germans fumble, either me or the Swedes come here. Like, Sweden is such a helpful ally. Holy shit. Are we going? Yeah, we're going. Perfect. 99. That's the last one. Hiroshini, okay. Kill off the Caucasus. I'm assuming the Soviets are the only ones we have to cap, right? I knew it. India just became a major, but yeah, once the Soviets are dead, I think that's a pretty good point to call it. Because that's probable cause for at least wide peace between the Allies and the Axis. It's a very big powder cake, because Germany is not the Germany it should be. Oh, well. Germany is not the Germany it should be, but I'm gonna try. Hold up. I'm gonna try. Can I? No, you're in the Allies. Okay. I'm gonna try putting my army here. I'm gonna see if I can push into India, and then depending on that is if you get a peace deal with the Soviets. I'm gonna try. Because China luckily is in the Axis. That will help. But I don't know to what degree. Let's see. Red territories, have you calmed the fuck down? Yes, you have. Okay. That's very nice. Can I ask for more garrisons, Mr. China? Thank you very much. Oh, and Chile wants to send us volunteers. Pretty pork. Give me more mills. We have an outdated anti-tank gun, which we by now probably should put in. Do this, do this, do this. There's not really much point to research anything else now. The reason why I still want to go for this is because these tiles are kind of hard to like push through, but if we can, if it's possible for us, I think it should be okay, because the Indians, I don't think have that many divisions. Like, a lot of them just died in Russia. Yeah, they have about 70, I'd say. Like, if we get support from China or Japan, maybe both, I think it's fine. Where is my army? My army is slowly coming down. Okay. Push, push, push. Boop, 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 boop. Is that doctrine completed? Very nice. Sure, don't get, boom, bada bing, bada boom, and then death, left to right, to left to right. Where the, let's flood the country, it's time. Mongolia is that, that's a bit sad. Vancouver's actually pushing, it's pretty funny. Why are these two so fast over here? I guess that's a pretty good indication as to what's happening now.
Gereed om uit te rukken.
Here any second now, and then we just push and we see what happens.
Gereed om uit te rukken.
Oh, this is possible. This is definitely possible.
Opdrachten.
Again, this is pretty hard terrain to overcome, but it looks like it's fun. Because not only do we have to contend with like a massive river crossing, but also the fact that it's just... there's just gonna be unit spam here. The Indians are just gonna wreck our shit here. They're gonna be outnumbering us probably 1 to 100. In terms of just available manpower. Looks like though it's going well. The Japanese are here helping as well.
Opdrachten. Gereed om uit te rukken.
Just a little bit more.
Attentie.
And China is such a big help in this.
Commandant. Uitrukken.
China is probably the MVP of this game. They just completely clutched up for us. If it's not ourselves, it's China who's the real winner of this. Like, what the hell, man?
Afstanden houden. Luisteren.
I'll have to go for a short while in just a second, because the grocery is almost here. We'll have to help with that, and then we should be good.
Reden.
Let's check in on our SIRS again. Nobody has naval invaded, that's very nice. Let's do scraping the barrel. Let's just skip forward, because we just need men at this point. We just need men.
Gereed.
Go down here.
Gereed, commandant.
How much is India down? 23%. I think what used to be New Delhi is probably going to be a key location.
Geef acht.
Was not going to deal with Tibet/Nepal over here. No reason to. But they just civil warred. That's pretty good as well. That will help a lot. Can we get middle accents? Yes, we can. Beautiful. Okay, that's definitely a big hit. No, it's not. Okay. Okay.
Attentie.
Nepal is dead. That's pretty funny.
Gaan.
First time I've seen Nepal actually do something, apart from stand still, like Bhutan is currently doing.
Luisteren. Luisteren.
Once that's been taken, which I think it now has been. 48.
Ja, commandant.
Okay, now just push down into the south, because most of the Indian big cities are now down here. This has been a really weird game, because we have had like really big ups and really big downs. And we've somehow fought the Allies and we got a naval invasion, not even a paratrop, a naval invasion off with like our limited fleet. It's pretty funny. This has been a game of just do whatever you want type of thing. Okay, that's dealt with again. Japan is also big help here.
Attentie. Bevelen. Gereed, commandant. Aantreden.
High recommendation as well, do not fight in India in 46. It's pretty bad. It's not really a lot happening. It's like, it's very slow.
Blijven aanvallen.
Really hard to find comments for this. The Indians are just kind of being mauled. How close are they? I think if we take this little capital that they have now, it should be done.
Uitdrukken. Uitdrukken.
Hopefully, at least.
Attentie.
Fake Mexico City over here. Oh, come on. Okay, I think it's literally just the capital. If you take the capital, it's over.
Gereed om uit te rukken.
Okay, we've got a piece there. I'm seeing that as a win. Okay, the question is, what do we do with this? Who is even in this? I want to create the most cursed possible world. And I know how to do it. I'm gonna puppet Mongolia. I'm gonna puppet Mongolia. And then... now what's possible? I guess we can try and get some Turkish land, maybe? We get contest on that. I want Mongolia, but no. We do not get contest in Turkey, surprisingly. It's not now. We are not getting... Okay, we might just get Turkey as a puppet. That's pretty cool. Okay, maybe spoke a bit too early, because the Germans are now contesting us. I'm not even gonna try for Russia. I think that's just a death sentence. Just gonna check where the one province is that they usually forget. Oh, the Americans have taken it. Yeah, that's fine for me. As long as the Russians don't exist, that's okay. Perfect. Romania. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna focus on... unless there's some land here that's not been given away. No. I'm just gonna focus on getting Turkey then. We can't even get all of Turkey. That's pretty bad. Trabzon, I guess. Oof. Maybe Samson. Do that. Montalia should be okay. Do that. And then Sievers, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Germany gets a lot. Don't deserve all of that, but, you know, can't argue against it. Perfect. Okie dokie. Then, with that, I'd say this is probably IRL. I don't know why I just turned it on. This is probably IRL, where the Allies would call it quits. This is probably where the world gets split 50-50 between the Axis and the Allies. Which is something I'm gonna do here, because I don't think it's reasonable for us to go after the Allies. I feel like I could do it, but I'd be sitting here up until 51. So with that, I think we're gonna call it here. We've got ourselves a little Turkish puppet. We've also got the new Mongol over there. So, yeah, I think this is overall a pretty big success. Yeah, we're gonna going offline soon, like now, because I gotta also head the groceries. The next live probably will be Monday, if I had to guess. Monday or Tuesday, one of the two. And then again, the day afterwards. So for now, I would like to thank everybody who was here. Blanco, Necria, a couple others, calling tips as well. Thank you all for being here. Of course, you as well, Strax. It was very nice to chill with y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.